I guess we can say hello to the internet people.
Sounds good.
Hello. Hello.
So, people in the Matrix, welcome to your past.
Nerds.
Rather, your present.
Nerds.
Making some technical fine-tuning. I just can't get it right. I'm trying so hard. Anyway, here we are. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Shadowrun. This time we are flying over the jungles of Cambodia, over the wild rainforest, one of the thickest rainforest jungles anywhere in the world. Probably thicker than many parts of the Amazon. And certainly among the most dangerous environs on the planet in the awakened world. That was demonstrated a greater rock, a creature so rare that no scientist has ever actually properly documented it. Any evidence that they exist has been put down to fraud or the equivalent of Photoshop. In any case, we zipped away before we could get much data on it, save for a small amount of information that we might have beamed, whose footage is probably no better than what already exists on the treads. It doesn't matter. We have zipped away from it, and it no longer poses any sort of danger to us. We are exiting the jungle piece by piece. The great endless rainforest begins to give way to rice paddies and polluted mine sites and drained dams that have been reclaimed for farming, and finally Tonle Sap, which is a lake so vast that it spans for dozens of miles in any direction. Unimpressive by the Great Lakes standard, but still one of the largest lakes anywhere in East Asia. A great big dirty brown mess. And there are countless boats, particularly around the edges of it, houseboats, mostly fishing boats, and a few others besides. You're coming into Matrix coverage again now. There's always been a little bit of spotty Matrix coverage, but this is more like a, I suppose, government-ordained Matrix. Something where the corporations and the authorities work in tandem. So yeah, you're coming into Matrix coverage. Does anyone want to check their emails or anything?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. You have an offer for just 125 million. You can have a penis enlargement enhancer.
Well, that'll do me a lot of good, actually.
I've not heard of this cyberware.
Excellent. Since you're buying that, you have also been contacted by a Nigerian prince who tells you that you have won 2 million nuyen, but he needs to deposit it in your bank account if you could provide kindly your SIN details.
I'll start running a trace on that email. I'm just going to send it to this junk folder and go.
Your Nigerian prince apparently lives in Vladivostok. How unusual.
Boil his brain at his nose.
Done. He's dead. You gain 1 XP. All right. How does this work? So yeah, you've come into Matrix contact again. You're able to do any logistics that you want to check out maps, just general Matrix business that was restricted when you were in the dark territory. So yeah, again, is there anything that you need to know, or and if not, then what are we doing next?
When we were told to fly here and meet with the Minister of the Interior, was it? whatever our contact's position is. We got told to fly here. Were we given like flight clearance or anything like that to transmit, or were we expected to land kind of on our own?
Yeah, I think the flight clearance. I think that you've basically been given authority to land at the airport.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't want to like radio them and be like, "Who the fuck?"
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah,
Does anyone
Godfather will
monitor?
get that.
Yep. Sorry, I shouldn't have interrupted. What do you say?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and get that prepped. And one logistic thing I think we did was in the in-character chat, we talked about safe houses we could possibly rent, and I went ahead and wired a deposit cheapest like farmhouse.
All right. Yeah, sure. How does this work then? While you're booking your accommodation, there would be little news feeds coming up. Matrix advertisements essentially while you're doing your business transaction. One of the many AR feeds that come up tells you of an ongoing battle. There's a news report, and now we cross to Siem Reap Airport, where the firefight continues for control of the airport. Government officials are denying.
Godfather's gonna hop into real space and around. He's gonna say, "Looks like we ain't got an easy landing, boys. According to the local news, our LZ is under assault."
Could we not land somewhere else?
I'll check my local map if there are any other official or unofficial airstrip.
There's no other airstrips, but like there are rice paddies and stuff like that. So there's no way to make a safe landing, but there are ample places to.
Well, boys, here's an alternative then. We land hot, help secure the airstrip, and show our Johnson why we're here.
Probably not a bad idea.
I mean, I still have this air spirit on standby for once. Fit definitely fight.
Or something like that could help us make a unconventional landing. I'm thinking of what was that one bit where it was like in real life there was a bunch of like hostages in a football stadium or something like that. So they had to like modify a C-130 to land in like a 20-foot air landing spot or something like that.
That's
Never heard of that.
I don't think that's possible.
It was they had to strip
Maybe
like
an
rocket engines to the front of it or something like that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see how you'd take off again. Anyway, yeah.
You'd be better off than.
If it wasn't maybe it wasn't a C-130, but yeah. Awfully big plane to pick up hostages. Anyway.
No, 1/3.
It was, there you go. God damn. Cool.
Now I'm very curious.
Yeah,
I admitted my curiosity as well.
C-130s are big fucking boats.
It's a Hercules.
You beat me to it. I just got
we call
that
them
thing.
Hercules. I got to check it out now. I got to see if a Hercules is a C-130. Yeah, it is. Yeah. That's what you were attacked by last week, a C-130.
Oh wow, that's fucking mad.
Yeah,
that one maker just crashed into the fucking floor.
Yeah, that's they're big, way bigger than jumbo jets. Fucking heaps big. Heaps bigger.
That's insane. I didn't think I thought it was a big plane. I didn't know it was that big.
Yeah, it's like an elephant on wings,
Yeah, man,
man.
they
They're
transport
fucking massive.
vehicles and shit in them.
Yeah, that's right. You take whole platoons inside them. You know, they're big. Anyway, so yeah, any ideas or anyone that you want to contact or any searches you want to do? Anything?
Just saying, I
Um,
think between us, we have enough firepower that we can probably land, take over the fucking airfield, and negotiate it back to the government.
we work for the government.
After stealing a fucking copious amount of shit, turn it back over to the government.
Right. How
Which is
about
what Andre will say as he's stuffing Nova Coke into his backpack. Just like copious, like as much as he can cram in there.
Yeah, Neo or Godfather's gonna suggest maybe Omen or Mako get in contact with our local Johnson, let him know we're here, let him know we'd like to help out at the airfield so he can maybe like notify the locals so they don't shoot at us. Well, I actually go and figure out how we're gonna land there.
Do we get contact information for the Johnson here, or
he's a public figure?
I guess, yeah, I could definitely just kind of find it. Just make it a good maybe find
the
it.
Interior Minister based in Siem Reap?
On
Say that again.
on the other hand, we
Is
are
the
supposed to
Interior
be
Minister that
deniable
we're supposed to
assets.
be contacting here based in Siem Reap, or is
Yeah,
he
that's
in...
right. The Interior Minister will be your Johnson. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but is he in Siem
And
Reap though,
yes,
or is he in
he
Phnom
is.
Penh?
Yeah, no, Siem Reap.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
The other option is we could just bail out of the plane.
We have parachutes.
We do.
I went through a lot of effort to get this thing here.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
I mean,
no other option.
I mean, you want to ditch 20 grand.
Not really, no.
No.
I just mean if we can't work something else out.
What do you mean
steal
by
you a very nice plane later?
in Cambodia?
Listen, you boys want to do a hot drop. I don't mind just keeping this thing in the air until you guys have it secured.
So I think I missed a bit there. Is there an active engagement going on at the airfield?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a news bulletin. There's some kind of like somebody's trying to take over the airfield, and the government forces sound like they're getting their asses kicked. Though they
I will
assure
say-
everybody they
So the
still
government
have
stuff
things
is
under
big.
control.
If we don't secure the
Yeah.
airfield, you won't be able to keep the plane anyway. So
I mean,
it
if we don't
seems
secure
like
the
that's the
airfield,
best.
our job's gone as well.
So I think
how
Fenway
will-
should also summon a big spirit.
But how will
So
the
we got
government
two.
officials know that we're not with the attackers?
I'm gonna give them a call.
We're
when
using
we-
magic and we're cybered up. I think they'll get the idea. And if we're shooting the insurgents rather than
I mean, surely there'd be speakers down there, correct?
Could assume
Could you maybe hack into them, Mako, so I could do like a live broadcast out to the people? And it won't be quiet, but I don't think anything about this op will be quiet.
I could, yeah.
Also, slight possibility we're not up against insurgents, but up against Mr. Red's running team.
Oh,
I remember there were some notes in his comm link about he was contacting
Securing
what
the
sounded
airfield.
like various runners, and one of them was talking about securing the airport.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And for the most part, it sounded like people that most of the people on their side were terrified of. Please no, don't send that person. Send someone else.
Yeah. Yeah. Because he's a bit of a
That's right,
loose
correct.
cannon.
That's
Fuck
yeah.
it, let's do it.
Yeah. I'll give a call to the our Johnson. See if he picks up.
Yeah, like the Johnson here in Siem Reap or the one in Bangkok.
No, the one here on the in the air base
Yeah.
that we're about to
Where-
land in.
Where's your recon drone, Neo? I'm assuming, is it in the cargo hold?
Yeah, he's got it under a tarp.
with the Interior Minister or the people that you're supposed to contact, and they inform you that they instruct you to continue following your mission, to land your plane at the airport. They admit that yes, they have lost ground. There is an ongoing battle to retake the airport, but it would appear that the Khmer Rouge is entrenched and aren't going anywhere. But don't worry, because we will be there to escort you out. All you need to do is land your plane, look for the black van. All black vans in Cambodia are government-owned vehicles. You can't own a black van. It's illegal. So look for the black van. It'll have government number plates. It'll be a bulldog, a GMC bulldog.
Nice.
Just get into the black van, and your escort will take you from the airport to Siem Reap.
Okay.
So they don't want us to help?
That's not your objective. No, they
Yep.
they want you. They want to get you to base. Whether you, if you decide to just take the airport, there's not much they can do about it. But that's not the mission.
It's a little public for deniable assets, at least.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They probably want to reserve our cover. But what if, we do that part of it, but at the very least send the spirits to help?
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah,
I mean,
I'll send it in.
Yeah, get
I suppose I'll summon
force
up a
of their
spirit as
spirit
well
in
then.
there,
Oh.
help. Get Femin to summon a decent force spirit.
yes,
If nothing else, it'll give us more cover for landing.
yeah, I'll try
'Cause if they're
4-6.
dealing with a spirit, they're not going to be worried about a Cessna, I don't think. Nah, don't be a pussy, Fenway. Go at least a 9.
If you don't almost die from summoning it, does it even count?
Yeah, but I know my
We'll
rolls. It
never
won't be.
respect you as a
It
summoner
won't
again.
be almost. I will just.
It's only one way to find out. I got 5 Nuyen says you live.
I'll
I'll
take
take
you
that.
up on that.
That's 4-6.
So this is the best airport terminal I could find. It's not really what I was looking for, but it'll do. The control tower is not on this map. The control tower is up to the northwest, somewhere off the map. Yeah, I don't really think that we necessarily need a map for this, but I've gotten one anyway. It's probably going to be more problems than help, but here it is nonetheless. Yeah, okay, so if you want to go and summon your spirits, then that's fine. A spirit of beast, no problems. It will appear remarkably similar to the giant rock that you evaded.
Okay,
A big Digimon rock.
and then I have to resist drain, isn't it?
I didn't hear that.
Did you roll your resist Arctic?
Oh, right, yeah, of course, thank you. So it's a force 4 beast?
6.
I still didn't hear that.
6, he said.
4-6, cool.
So yeah, roll 6 dice to resist.
Thanks. Only 2 successes.
Okay, so you're going to get 2 services, and you're resisting 4 drain, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
just
get one
no
more
drain
service because I
anymore.
have spirit affinity.
Nice.
All right. So your Digimon rock is ready to go.
Alrighty. I'll look at Godfather. All right, let's get ready to land, shall we?
Yep.
Is that a little bit of Nova Coke I hear?
Beta meth. Got to make a hot landing.
All right, done. don the ballistic armor and stuff, and I'll what are they called? Fuck, resistance.
The
Khmer Rouge.
insurgents.
The insurgents, Khmer Rouge. Fuck, I don't really know who's inside the airbase.
And I'm going to cast.
Both
Okay.
of them sounds like.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah,
cast a
alright,
spell. I'm going to cast a Force 2 armor as well.
I'll tell my force 12 spirit, kill anything that shoots that attacks our plane or us. And I'll for its services as a force 12, I'll give it 50 reagents because it's a big boy and I want to keep nice and friendly.
And I guess I'll tell my Force Spirit to like assist the security and like repel the attackers.
Godfather will turn to Ricochet and say, "Hey, Ricochet, you mind strapping that Ares Alpha Ybarra back on that turret you found it?"
Yeah, no worries.
Hey, Godfather, would you like me to do a reinforce on the plane again, or for landing?
Yeah, I do want this thing in one piece, and
Alright.
odds are we're gonna take some fire.
Alrighty. Spells. Reinforce. No larger the cast. Swimming cast increases both the armor, structure rating by 1. Alright, cool. Arctic isn't quite there yet. So
Oh, he's gone.
yeah, he's gone at the moment. Each hit scored by the cast increases both armor and structure rating by 1. So my magic attribute is my limit, yeah?
No, the force you cast the spell at is your limit, I think.
Cool. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just double checking. Let's do a force. Well, it increases by each hit. What's the fucking armor of this vehicle? I don't want to make this like fucking a death tank that just doesn't get damaged.
Why not?
Because I want to have some stun left. So it's armor 2, 6, 7, 8. I'll do a for 6. 8's pretty fucking good if I get all of it.
Oh, wait, so
Roll.
since I did a Force -2, like a Force 2 like spell when the drain is -2, so the drain would be 0.
It-
Like, did I even need to roll?
Yeah,
Or is it
it's always
-1?
minimum 2.
Okay, so I take.
Always.
So I
So
took 1
you
drain.
always have to resist minimum of 2 drain. So you rolled 6 for drain. So you resisted all of it.
Oh no, I
So if
cast
you-
some
so-
Unless
other
you
spell.
take Mentor's Mask.
I casted the armor as well. I casted a Force 2
the
spell
armor.
and took 1 stun damage. I am best wizard.
Yeah, so if it's a force, if it has -2 to the drain, you may as well always cast it at force 4, because at least that way you'll always be taking 2. You're always trying to resist drain 2, always. So you never want to go below 4 if it has a -2 to drain, because there's just no point.
Because I've got something. What is it? Focus concentration, which means I can focus on the Force 2 spell without like having negatives.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair. I accept for that then.
So now I can have the armor with none of the negatives.
Cool.
At Force 2,
Um,
Yeah. So if I did it at Force 3, would it be at -1 or -3?
No, it just wouldn't get covered under your
Okay.
focus concentration.
And since I have 2 higher armor now because of that spell.
That is correct.
Yeah. Just be aware with the armor spell, it is visible as well.
I mean, we're landing in a combat zone. Like,
No, but I'm just like it. You know how there's a rule geek the mage first?
mm.
Now everyone knows you're the mage.
So 14
So just
dice.
just put it on someone else in the party and watch them get shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
basically,
But
I mean,
you're advertising that
street
there's a
Sam's there
mage here,
for.
though. That's all.
Mm.
It's just something to keep away. I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but just like you can't walk down the street with a Force 2 armor spell going on all the time unless you want everyone looking at you and thinking you're a dickhead and a mage.
Yeah.
Or like
Here and
if
there,
that
it's a
person
marriage.
if that person has a mage armor on, like something's going to go down soon.
Yeah, then people are just generally racist against mages. You know, the same way that, like, you know, in superhero movies, everybody's like, well, I mean, in some of them, everybody's like racist against superheroes because they're like, you know, I mean,
Life's been
would you
handed to
trust
you
a
on a
guy
silver
who could
platter.
rip you in half or mind control you?
It's not just that, but it's like you're seen as having, basically won the lottery of life because
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
you
also
can just
that.
you're a mage. A corpse will fucking crawl over themselves to get you as an employee. You're never going to be wanting for anything because you're a fucking mage. You were just born.
And I
You're
decide
born
to,
lucky.
to move to a
It's the
third
ultimate
world.
silver spoon.
Just decide to move to a third world country to fight Khmer Rouge instead of having
Mm.
like a good life.
Yeah, they're not going to care about that.
Now making a joke that this probably wasn't like a very wise thing to do from it. So it's a lot of money.
Yeah, none of us are here because we make good decisions.
Yeah.
So is 11 armor good?
I mean, you can get more than that out of just wearing an armor jacket.
'Cause I
As
mean,
long as you don't get
I
shot
couldn't
at,
afford.
then
I-
yes.
I couldn't afford that. I could only afford a lined coat because I was poor.
Yeah, that's
11
basically
is better than 9.
just like, hey, enjoy your 12 grand of starting gear. That's why I can never play a mage. I'm way too addicted to gear.
Yeah, resources E,
I
6
got you.
grand. Have fun. I mean, you could always start the game as an in-debt mage.
I think
I mean, I did. Speaking of which, I need to pay that. I need to calculate what I need to pay.
The interest is 10%.
10%. Okay.
So however much you took the in debt for, however much money you got from it, you immediately bump it by 50%. That's how much you owe.
Yeah.
And then you got to pay 10% interest a month on top of that. If you don't make the minimum interest payment, you take
Yeah.
1 box of physical damage for every 20,000 nuyen that you owe.
I'm only in debt 2, so
So you would have started with 15k, so you owe 22,500. So if you don't pay 2,250 a month, you're going to take a box of physical damage.
yeah. So the way it works, I'll pay that interest, and if I pay more than that interest, that tax off that total.
Yes, yeah, which will
Yeah.
reduce how much interest you owe in future months, but they will not accept payments on the capital unless you pay karma to downgrade the debt at the same time, which is only 2 karma per level. So
Wait, what was
Also,
that?
you can't just pay off the debt.
you can't just be like, oh hey, here I'm paying off my debt, and you're not going to bother me anymore because you got karma for it, the character creation. So you need to pay off the karma debt as well. Otherwise, they will refuse the.
Ah,
I suppose
yeah.
because the idea is
gotcha.
that they want you paying
Because
interest
otherwise,
forever. They
otherwise
don't.
otherwise you'd just be like, hey, I got free karma and free money, and I paid back the money, and I'm good. And it'd be like a real rort. So
Yeah.
you've got to pay down the quality to pay off the capital.
And I
Gotcha.
suppose
So
in game they want you paying interest forever. They don't want you paying off the debt.
Basically, kind of, yeah.
I mean that's every loan shark.
yeah. So yeah, once I pay off the certain amount that would downgrade it, I need to use karma to pay it to downgrade it then as well.
But it's only 2 karma per level, so it's not like it's a lot.
Cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
you have enough karma now to pay down the entire debt.
Oh yeah.
So with your first month's payment, you could basically just be like, yep, here's my debt paid. Here's the karma. I'm done.
Cool. That's good. That's kind of what I want to do because I want to get rid of it so I don't have to keep track of it.
Yeah.
Because it is negative quality. I can say that I don't like having it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna drop that armor spell on the plane. Drop down. Spirits will kill everything. We're just gonna walk into the car and go away. That's it. Easy as that.
As everything is in Shadowrun.
Everything.
Did you just say it'll be easy?
I will say, me and Neo did have one mission that went relatively problem free.
I mean, getting the snake actually went
What
pretty
one's
well.
that? Is it an
You know what?
XYZ?
I think we had 2 missions that went relatively well, without a real hitch.
The guitar one, and what's the other one?
The snake
Yeah,
one.
the guitar was a good one. That wasn't really a mission. That was just
No.
we stole some shit. I
Oh,
think shooting the ghoul
oh, that one. Yeah.
and the fuck was the other one? Assassinating the which I guess was also a ghoul.
A baby.
So yeah, when it came to ghouls,
We get
Yeah,
shit
we
went really well.
professional for ghouls.
were the ghoul Stapo.
Yeah. I mean, really, they're not human, so it doesn't matter if you kill girls. No one cares.
Well, no, I think the wizard talismonger bitch was that was just a straight assassination. She didn't even really look like a ghoul.
Oh.
I think we just said that to make ourselves feel better.
Feel better about it all, yeah.
But that one went
Bitch
off
was
almost
cool.
without a hitch.
Almost without a hitch. What happened?
Someone got actually, yeah, both times. It was that same fucking Dutch motherfucker. He's squeamish on both of them.
Oh, the squeamish. Yeah, the one that didn't like it.
He was German. He was a civil engineer.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And
German
he didn't
Dutch.
want to play Shadowrun. He just wanted to play SimCity.
Sim City. Yeah. I don't know the guy.
I mean, I prefer City Skylines. I haven't played either.
This guy was the most violently German person I've ever encountered. Like he played a sandbox a sandbox Shadowrun game, but he didn't actually want to play a Shadowrunner. He wanted to play basically a free a contract free civil engineer.
Yeah.
So for 30 minutes every session, he'd wanted to sit down with Arctic and talk about getting building permits and drawing up blueprints and all this shit.
At least be an illegal, civil engineer. Fake permits and shit. Don't actually get them.
Nothing says Shadowrunner like getting legal permits to do things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, you remember when he got in an argument with Arctic over mineral rights?
Oh, about fucking that went on for fucking eventually I was like, just shut up. And then he was trying to he made his own Roll20 so he could fucking map all this shit out. Invited me to it so he could fucking quote unquote prove it to me about how it was something obscene. It was like he was figuring he was going to make something like 25 million new yen a month once he was up and running. And I was like, just Arctic's never going to let that. I don't care what you have figured out. It's never going to happen. And after that, he really didn't like me. And I was like, just think about why would he allow that to happen?
We should all just in game just settle down and get real jobs, but just still pretend we're Shadowruns, because that's what this game's about.
I mean, that's basically Shadowrunning in a nutshell. Is like, you're gonna find yourself in a position where you're like, oh man, I have enough money that my character could leave this life behind him. Go retire, become a respectable, honest citizen. Then you're like, I think I'll spend it on C4 for the next job.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, or it's like, or I can get wired reflexes. And ultimately, what are you gonna pick?
And I can get
You're
more
always
money.
gonna pick wired
next one.
reflexes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's gonna come a point in this campaign where I say for X amount of money, I can get us a Avengers jet.
Oh,
Just
yes.
retire your character after every run.
Yep, that's it. See you guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
got my
Lord.
Play a
money.
guy who's
See you
always
guys.
there for exactly one job,
So this.
just like a guest star of the week.
Yeah, just needed some money to open a bakery. I got it. Goodbye.
Now I have blood on my
Oh
hands.
man, I can finally afford my little brother's kidney.
Come on, in this game, we just fucking kill a couple
You know the
people, cut out their
You
kidneys.
know the Call of Cthulhu system?
Fuck that game.
No, it
Fuck
has
it.
No idea.
has a credit
Fuck
rating
'em.
system, and the higher your skill, basically, the more free money you get. So I set mine to 100,
Yeah.
so I got it basically infinite money.
Yeah,
And,
you're just like Donald Trump.
Yes, and so I was talking to someone else in the party, and he was like, "My daughter got kidnapped, and I need to do this job, so I get the reward money." And I was like, "Oh, it must be millions." He's like, $1,000. Oh, I just pulled out a checkbook and wrote him $1,000 check at the start of the game. And his character's like, "Wait, why do I go on the adventure now?"
You don't.
Out of gratitude to this guy who just gave you $1,000.
It's like another point. 'Cause my character can do hypnotism, and he crit failed. So like a guy killed himself with a shotgun, so they took my gold pocket watch away. And the character just stole it, and I was like, "Oh, you can just keep it. I've got 5 more." Like Miles Perry was one of my favorite characters because I just did ridiculous things.
Yeah, I played a
Like,
guy once who was basically.
He went on holiday to America,
Yeah.
so he decided to get the bare minimums, and by the bare minimums, I mean he bought a mansion and the most expensive car from the book. Because he wanted to live like the common people for a few weeks.
Why do I feel like that's sort of like Geppetto in the end of XYZ, living it up?
I don't.
Into
No,
that campaign, he was basically a Bond villain.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a 2.5 million credit VTOL, and you had already taken a couple million of the 10 million you'd already had planned out.
Yeah, I basically like did the math and figured out that for like the amount of money we got for that final job, I could like build up a couple like hit squads of those basically Hans and Roboclone. And yeah, his whole shtick was he was going to use him to start like a private mercenary company and expand on that until he had his retirement secured. Yeah, he just have like sleeper cells of androids with VTOLs all over the country. Someone calls him up. He's like, "Yeah, I can have a team there in 10 minutes," and then like a supersonic VTOL just appears in the sky, and 10 murder machines in mil-spec armor rappel down and just kill everybody who
Just
they're told to.
Jesus. That's like, what's it called? Like not post-apocalyptic.
Dystopian.
Dystopia.
Orwellian.
I think it's like a dystopian world where like law enforcement's turned to like an iron fist, and
Oh,
like
How
they
is that
just
different from
send
now?
drones and shit everywhere. Because
There's
fuck that.
the movie they dropped on Netflix where a big part of the
I've
premise
watched
is
it.
like robot
What's-
cops are being used to police superheroes.
Yeah, I watched that the other day. That's where I got that idea from that image from.
Yeah, I
So
mean
good.
that's literally what it was though. Like those drones are pretty much what I had.
Oof.
Yeah. At one point we were talking about just building a couple of them, giving them law enforcement autosofts, and just turning them into a little squad of RoboCops to police the XYZ.
Jeez.
Yeah, just like bust out news or some shit. Citizens return to your home.
Yeah.
I am authorized to use lethal force.
That's it. Submit or feel them or face the consequences.
Yeah. Geppetto was fascist, or Geppetto was German, and therefore had fascist blood in him. He was all about instituting law and order in the places he went.
Mm. You must have been so ashamed of your kin.
Oh, I know. We had an actual German, right? And he was a total pussy.
Yeah. Like fucking completely useless. Not useful at all in the fascist sense.
I think he might
Wasn't
have been
useful,
Jewish.
period.
Yeah, he did his own shit, but not like almost none of it was ever useful, aside from the fact that he developed like good enough public relations with the community that we used him as the face of our political campaign.
It was the only thing we could fucking use him for. There was nothing
Yeah,
else. And I
yeah, we
certainly
used
wasn't
him
gonna
to
fucking do it.
yeah. We used him to scam a couple $1 million out of the environmental party.
How did you manage to get that?
That was
We
a
killed
once
their we brutally assassinated and melted their previous candidate, and then they were like,
one
"Well,
of the
shit, we don't have
ghouls.
a candidate anymore." Yeah, one of the ghouls we assassinated was their candidate. So we just took our one of our runners, Highway, who had like good PR because he was like opening a pro bono clinic and all this shit. We were like, well, if you'll give us a couple million, for like expenses and shit, like we'll put up our boy for election with your party.
Actually, they offered that, and
Yeah,
I'm not
but
sure
they
if
wanted to
Cardiff
like
expected
hire.
us.
Yeah, they wanted to like hire us to help with the election, but for their candidate, and we just put our own forward.
God, shenanigans.
Yeah, we did quite a bit, and then we left most of their people to hang with the paperwork.
Yeah, we basically just like embezzled the entire campaign fund they gave us to. I think most
I
of it
think
went towards building that VTOL.
it was the VTOL, my blimp. Oh shit! Is that how we paid for the mil spec? No, assassinating her is how we paid for the mil spec. Because that's when the very first thing we did was we did the 200K. So it was a VTOL that we quote unquote rented for $3 million
Rented, yeah.
from Capetto. It was my blimp, same thing, for quote unquote advertisement purposes. I think, didn't we do the VTOL as a security measure? And fuck. I mean, we did decent shit, but we just double billed everything.
Yeah.
Like, we bought the election. We had that huge picnic. We had that fair, which is how we got rid of the rest of the gangers.
What was the what was the guy who the German who did that sort of shit, the architecture and all that crap? What was he like actually like supposed to be? Was he a face or
No, he was a medic.
Yeah, he was
oh,
technically a rigger.
technically a rigger?
Yeah, he had like an ambulance that I don't think I ever saw him use, and like one recon drone.
Oh no, that was it. He had a he had day job as a quality.
Oh.
And he's like, well, this is why I have this as a day job, is because fucking he had a bunch of like cyber doc shit.
Yeah, he was built to be like a medic doctor kind of guy.
Right.
He was useless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
none of us
At
got
the end of the
shot the
day.
entire campaign.
I mean,
I don't.
you can't
Yeah, no.
really
No,
plan
'cause-
for not getting shot the entire campaign. Like, he wouldn't have known that his skills would have been pointless.
well, yeah, but he never. Oh, whoop your ass, kid.
Oh god. I guess can AI be magic or not?
No.
No.
So I guess
Magic
if you
can
make
take off.
an AI, you just put set the magic to like E.
Yes.
Yeah. I've heard some people like complain about like AIs though.
So I don't know. I find it to be a stupid concept.
Okay.
I mean, I'm the king of
As a player
stupid
character.
concepts.
No, I'm probably not a stupid concept, but it is definitely like a weirder one. I've heard
Yeah,
people say
it
though.
has a lot of restrictions in it because they basically have to exist in the Matrix. So, like something like this campaign would be probably really hard because
Mm.
it'd heavily restrict what it could actually do.
Yeah,
You'd have
I
to,
mean,
like, bring
imagine
them
playing a
along as a
D&D
host.
campaign as like a ghost.
You'd have to be like a spellcaster, like you wouldn't be able to do anything.
And they're hugely prejudiced against, like even more than mages. They're basically illegal. So if you get found by any kind of legal thing, you're targeted for extermination immediately.
Or
Yeah, there was a big
They
incident
kill
in
on
the
sight.
or they'll try to
yeah,
trap
it was
you.
a big incident
They're
in the war
basically-
where an AI tried to become God and take over the world.
Yeah, they're
multiple
basically
times.
property.
I mean, it's pretty AI like. That's very classic for AI.
Yeah, like it's basically the Shadowrun equivalent of the Tomb of Horrors is a module where like an AI takes over an entire arcology and just turns it into a hellscape full of like drones and booby traps and all these like, horrible eldritch experiments and shit. It's an awesome module. I badly want to play it.
It's
That's
really
the
good, yeah.
Renraku archaeology.
Yeah, Renraku archaeology.
Yeah,
And I sort of noticed
'Cause you
Chumma
couldn't- you couldn't
doesn't
leave
let
the
you select
archaeology.
AI.
Yeah. But he was also on a different to you, the kind of AIs you'll be playing. He was a super AI. Like originally, when that module came out, there was basically like 3 or 4 AIs that existed, and like that's all stuff that would have been based on the campaigns that the guys who made the game were basically running. But yeah, and they were gods in the Matrix, really. Whereas the AIs that they have now, because the Matrix was radically changed after the second crash, they're a lot more downscaled, really.
I think it might be a bit fun to play like an AI, like an assistant to like. Would it be a rigger?
You generally pretty much you're more decker. Like you can
I
definitely
mean,
Yeah.
do
be an
riggery
assistant
stuff,
to like
but
a decker.
yeah, like you can do riggery stuff because you can definitely control drones the same way a hacker can, but you're controlling them in the way a hacker does, not in the way a rigger does.
No, I was just getting like the classes mixed up. Like I meant to say
Yeah.
decker.
Basically, yeah. That's basically all they really can do is hacker stuff because they exist in the Matrix. The only way they can interact with the physical world is to get like some kind of drone that they can inhabit, and
Could you get a drone for 6,000 UN?
not one that would let you do anything.
Oof.
Yeah, you can. Bartrick's not back in 5 minutes. We're legally allowed to leave.
I thought it was 15 minutes.
I mean, like, I love this fucking campaign. I'll stick around for a while, but
Yeah, he did say it was kind of hit and miss.
This seems to be
yeah,
dismissed.
I mean,
It's a very poor
sorry, go ahead.
attitude to have.
I mean, he's been on for like, an hour.
It was gone an hour, is he?
Oh fuck no, he's been gone like 15 minutes, I think.
You know, he said he'd
Oh.
been
'cause-
on for an hour before the game started.
Oh, okay.
I mean, part of the problem
Yeah, he
is
says
he
in an interview
doesn't have
he cannot-
mobile as a backup anymore. So
Because he can't top up his phone.
yeah, so when his internet goes down, he's down.
Mm.
I base way too much of my night around this.
You what? Sorry?
Like I base way too much of my night.
Around this one? Yeah.
It's like I'm almost 40. Nothing's open here in Fairbanks. Like
So where
this
are
is
you?
pretty much all I have to do.
Any of you guys will play some co-op shit on Steam?
Yeah, sure.
Play up
Some
what?
I'm down for pretty much anything.
Some co-op stuff on Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got Dawn of War
as well.
Soulstorm, Stardew Valley, Prison Architect, Factorio, Airships, Conquer the Skies. Open to suggestions as well.
Do you have Pulsar Lost Colony?
What was that?
Pulsar?
Pulsar Lost Colony.
No.
Mm.
I'm also like flush as fuck right now, so I don't mind buying something, to be honest.
Because Pulsar is like a co-op game where you like pilot a ship.
You just kind of explore and
Right.
get resources and stuff.
Yeah, reminds me of Space Engineer.
Yeah, kinda. Have you guys ever heard of Foot the King? Oh, it is on 3 people though. So,
Yeah, I don't have a lot of multiplayer shit other than like really old MMOs.
well, the good thing about like For the King is I can stream it and you guys can play on your computer through my computer. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it
you can join the
is-
game.
Yeah, but it is only 3 people though, so that's the problem.
Oh, what
I
about
I
Battle
will
of
not be
Trauma?
playing.
Oh, there is actually a really cool indie game I've got that we could play. It's called Crawl. It's like a dungeon crawler sort
I've
of
played that like
game.
once.
And it's like an 8-bit. And basically you're trying to get through the dungeon as your player, and then all the other players play as the monsters in the dungeon. And that's up to like 4 or 5 people, 4 people,
God, I've got so many games I've never installed.
and you don't even have to own that one. I can just stream it, and you can all join in.
Do any of you guys have Factorio?
I have it. I'd have to install it.
It's a tiny game. Yeah,
Let me have
it's
a
like
look on
one of
the
the highest
store.
rated games on Steam,
Uh,
and it is like heroin.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm the
Factorio.
like my bases are always absolute messes, but like I love them. Like I made a base,
Yeah,
like it was it coincidentally was like the perfect size to fit like a drone, to have like one drone facility to like get the entire thing.
yeah. I spent about an hour the other day trying to figure out why my train system wasn't working before figuring out I had put one of the trains on backwards.
So
I was like, why does it recognize this as a valid route one way, but for some reason it doesn't think you can get back from there?
So what do? You make.
Yeah, you build a factory and
Mm.
defend it from aliens.
Oh, okay.
It's basically like Minecraft, but less about mining and more about industrializing.
Right. Okay.
Is it possible to remove a game from your library on Steam?
You can right click and hide it. Yeah, right click, manage, and then you can hide this game.
Yeah, that'll probably do.
Do any of you have Project Zomboid?
No, I don't think I do. Did
Ah,
you?
here-
Did we want to try crawl?
Yeah, why not?
You don't have to
Let me
install
look
it
at
or
that one.
anything. I just stream it and you can play.
Remove from account. Yeah, sweet.
I know
Oh,
one of you
actually,
has this, but do the rest of you have Crusader Kings?
I do.
I do not, but I wouldn't mind picking it up. It's like that whole line of like Crusader Kings, EU4, Hearts of Iron. Like
Yeah, it's my
I've
favorite
never
one
been
because
able to get into them.
it's my favorite one because like there's more stuff you can do in it.
Yeah,
It's not just like a board game.
yeah. I've seen all the memes that it's like incest simulator and all this shit, but like,
Yeah, and I have all the DLC, so that's good.
Hey Neo, what's your
yeah, this crawl game looks cool if you want.
Okay,
yeah?
so
What's your Steam name so I can add you?
Neolith123.
Um, where do you fucking put? Neo, Neo, Neo
The way it's spelled in
L.
chat.
Okay, tab out.
there are no users that match
Neoly.
your search.
What was that?
Adam L. United States.
Yeah,
One friend in common. Add as friend.
Adam I.
Adam
Adam
I.
I.
There's either a lowercase L or a capital I. There's no way to tell. Ricochet, do you have Steam name?
Yeah.
Is it just
Yeah, same as Oh no, Timile001. TMILES.
So
Yeah,
shift
that's 123. Did you say?
shift tab?
Yep.
No, where the fuck is it? Friends list, add. Is it Tim?
TMILES.
ILES. T Miles. Timothy Miles, Australia.
That's the one.
And friend invite. Alright. So we have T-Miles. Remote play together. Can't be sent while you're in. I'm invisible. Why am I invisible? There we go. Remote play together. Send that. Oh god. Leave voice chat.
Any of you guys ever played
Okay.
Cultist Simulator?
No, I haven't.
No.
Haven't yet. No.
So now
It's
there's
single
Carrick.
player, but I'm playing like a madman lately.
No voice
I
chat.
highly recommend you check it out if you like craftian type games.
Alrighty. That should be everyone. Sent the invite. Let's just start game.
Oh, I minimized it and it disappeared.
Alright.
I'm in.
Alright. See what you can do. Whether you click on your screen or do whatever. Hopefully that should insert your coin to enter the game.
Yeah, can you invite me again?
Yeah. Shift tab.
Yeah, same here. I wasn't able to join.
Okay, I'll cancel yours.
Said my connection failed.
Steam's being a little bit of a bitch at the moment. It's like freaking freezing and shit. I don't know why. Like it's not freezing, but I can't. It's like trying to kick you, and it's like taking its sweet time.
So it's like, is this like better? Would this be
Yep.
better with a controller or like mouse and keyboard?
Up to you. It doesn't really matter. Like I can use either. I prefer mouse and keyboard because it's like you use your mouse to look around and hit things in directions. So T-Miles, remote play. It'll call you for some reason. I'll cancel the call. I'll wait till you get in.
All right, it's loading again.
Alright, I'll do it for Carrick as well.
Splash
All right, I'm in.
screen. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I gotta turn this
Um,
down.
Ooh. Uh,
Couldn't connect to the remote computer.
oh, why is that?
I mean, that's just
Whoop.
what Steam told me.
Hang on. Hang on, Lee. Hang on, back up. Ah! What's going on?
I think I'm controlling.
I'm gonna
the
use
only-
controller. Yeah, I'll use controller. If I connect to my controller, see, this should separate it. Alright.
Okay, this is weird.
Back out completely for a sec. So I can start over with the controller. Can someone just press escape or back? So they get out of the game. No. Okay, I'm restarting this. Alright, I'm gonna fucking restart the whole game. Because something weird's going on. Alright. End game. It does work. I do know it does.
You've done it before.
Alright. Yeah, with like 4 people and it works fine. Okay. So that's me. So shift tab. Remote play together. Over there in voice chat. Remote play together. In voice chat. And T Miles. Where are you, T Miles? You are? Remote play together. Tab out.
I'm in.
Escape from that. Right, now I'm P1. That should be alright. Cool.
Can you still hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So P2's in. Player 3 is in.
There you go. How do I insert a coin?
We just
Oh, there we go. I got it.
press. Yeah.
So which one do I
Does
select?
anyone else?
I feel like
just
sharing mouse.
I don't think I have an
controls
invite to
Mouse?
the game.
Fuck. Okay. Maybe someone else needs a controller as well.
I've got a controller.
Maybe only one person. Yeah, can you use controllers then? Hopefully, then maybe only one person can use the mouse and keyboard.
So what button
then-
don't I need to use on the to play this game?
What do you mean? What button don't you need?
Like do I use both triggers?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So a new push to talk button.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's if someone uses the keyboard, like WASD mouse. Yeah. Yeah, it's all here.
Yep. Okay.
Alright, so you're P4. So on your Alright. So who's P? Yeah. Yeah. That's just what your name is in game. So you can make your own or go as ass or rat. Rat's just my name that I use because it's short for Reese. So player 3, is that your keyboard Carrot? Is that your keyboard player 3 or is that okay?
Keyboard, I think, is player 2, and mouse is player 3.
Alright. Okay.
I think I still need an invite to the game.
Oh, did you? Sorry, I'll do that. I had to press a button on there, so I'll do it now. There you are. Oh yeah. Go cancel that one. Remote play together. I'll try again.
There
And
we
the
go.
voice chat. I get.
Alright, what are you going to use, Neo?
What was that?
What are you going to use to control?
Mouse and keyboard.
I feel like mouse and keyboard
Can
is
you try
separate.
that invite again?
It's one, yeah. Cancel the invite. Fuck. So neither of you guys have a controller?
No.
Bug.
But it looks like mouse is controlling player 3 and keyboard is controlling player 2.
Okay. Did you get that invite then?
It did,
So
and
if I
then it
press up and
canceled.
down on my keyboard, it goes
Oh, let me try
to
this.
player 2's options. If I mouse over
There we go, I got it.
Okay. Yeah, see what happens when you press OK, because me and Kara could
Alright,
use
I'm in.
controllers. Mouse defaults attack special. Yeah, that'd be interesting. See how it goes. I'm not sure.
Okay, so what are my controls?
Keyboard.
Keyboard?
So if you press enter, it should come up with whatever your control scheme is.
Enter doesn't seem to be working.
Mm,
No, not space. Oh,
what was that? What are you using now? Well, that's the arrow keys.
oh, I think that might just be serious lag.
Oh, America. Maybe? There we go. So Z and X, Z's your special, X is your attack. And it looks like you use the arrow keys, and maybe mouse uses WASD to move? Or maybe you just move the mouse around. We'll see when we get in.
Is it working for you yet, Neo?
Doesn't seem to be responding. I can't figure out how to hit OK.
You have already. Oh, again?
No, I think that might be.
I don't know how to get out of this.
Press either X. Maybe.
No, it went into that screen when I bumped the enter key.
Ah, okay. Try and press X, Neo. See what that does.
Nothing.
Nothing. Z.
It looks like for some reason. Looks like
Trying
keyboard
both of them
control
in the
button
arrow
seems to be-
keys. Nothing.
Okay. Let me have a. See, yeah, maybe we
that
have to
wasn't
do
me.
it
Who
for
was
you.
that?
No, it wasn't me. Is that something you did, Neo?
I don't know.
Yeah, so X. X, yeah.
Okay, you seem to have control of my thing instead of me.
Alright.
Press enter.
There we go.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's the shit.
Oh. Nice. So there's nothing like better or worse. There's just all different types of characters you can pick. Obviously.
Who have we not got?
Goliath. Goloth.
Goloth.
Alrighty. Flee your dead companions, lest they steal your life.
Okay, so what are we doing in this?
So yeah, kill beasts, collect their life force to level up. Reach level 10 to activate the portal, and defeat the boss to escape the pit. So yeah, it throws you in, but it's not too hardcore straight up.
Too long. Finally, they succumb to the evil of the pit.
Oh, I'm dead. So this is to determine who starts trying to survive first.
But at this horrid nexus, the dead try
Oh, so do we take turns, do we?
Yeah, so now there were people who died. So me, Carrick, and Neo. Yeah, now we're the ghosts. So we go over these holes and like attack, and now we become the monsters that you have to fight. And you would get XP from killing us, and then you try and get to level 10 before we can kill you. And then once we kill you, you become the ghost, and one of us revives, and it keeps going back and like that.
Oh, shit.
Nice. So yeah, the more you play as like a ghost, you get Wrath, which upgrades your monsters. And the more you play as a human, the more levels you get, which will then
What are these little floating things? Are they anything?
yeah, so you collect them and you can spawn slimes.
I collect them.
Sorry, no, ghosts collect them. And you
Okay.
can spawn like a slime, so I can spawn that, which I can then control. Oh, if I don't fail at it, and then you can use this. Yeah, you can use the slime to shoot little projectiles. So whoever kills him gets to be revived, and then we'll start over again.
Is there anything else the ghosts do other than?
Yeah, you can possess any object and throw it at someone. Throw it at them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Once they get close, it's not a very far-reaching thing. So each monster has a special, which is usually like a dodge or of some kind, or a grab, or
Does the player have a special attack?
yeah, the special is a roll, but they also they can buy upgrades in a shop when they earn money, which you should probably see soon. Yeah, see there's a shop right here. Looks like it's locked for the moment.
Hey, come over here.
So hit the crystal, I think. These crystals are like a lock. Ooh, someone shot you. So yeah, you gotta hit those. Once you hit those crystals, that'll undo the lock. Yeah. So here you can buy weapons, items, and spells and stuff like that.
Ah, so you stand in front of it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and you can press X to buy.
And then that'll become your special attack, does it?
Yeah, so it replaces your dodge. So if you want to keep your dodge, you can't buy any like special moves or spells.
Ah, yeah, nice. Okay, yep. Where does it see how much gold you got? Oh, yeah, I see.
Yeah, down the bottom. So you have a fair bit.
Are these things all cumulative? With the
Yes,
potions?
they are.
So what kind of horrible things have you kids been doing?
Yeah, the novice scholar.
To answer
Oh,
your
yeah.
question, Brett, Arctic dropped, so we're playing a co-op game on Steam.
I figured he dropped. I glanced in here, saw you're all here, and he's not online. Oh. That was a misclick. Killing commies?
We just got to where the commies were. We haven't even landed.
Yeah, we were about to get to kill some.
Unfortunate.
We were about
We've
to have
actually
our
killed
first
0
encounter
commies.
with commie kind.
Wow.
No, shut that door.
Well, I fucking dodged a bullet not joining this game. I haven't even killed any commies yet.
Go shut the door. You guys don't have kids. Highly recommend it.
No
We've
thanks.
had this conversation before.
My daughter just tried to convince me that she shut a door that's 15 feet away from me that I can see is open. And I watched her walk past. I don't know how to answer
Have
that.
you considered that maybe you're seeing?
I have,
Do I need to kill that
but
little
when I
guy,
told
so-
her to go shut it second
Yeah.
time,
That's me. He's incredibly weak,
Yeah, but really fast.
but he throws traps down and is annoying.
What are you guys playing?
A little game called Crawl. I got it.
How long has he been dropped for?
For a while.
a while.
Yeah.
Say if you guys are playing games, it's gotta have been a bit.
Fucking wow.
It's been, what is it now? It's 1:30, so 30 minutes ago, roughly.
Ooh, it's like a new record.
It's goddamn Philippines.
Yeah.
Try some assholes digging up the fucking cable, trying to steal copper off fiber optic cable.
So that's what the rats for to make the monsters go. Yeah, yeah, cool.
Yeah, make him stronger.
Claw.
So yeah, money you make buy items. Wrath you get when you kill people in ghost form. You get more things.
See how many people have we got in this game? Just you guys? 6?
You should possess this one. Ow. Yeah. Because
Would've
you
possessed the
possess
statue.
the statue, it's like a really hard thing. But I can't leave because I have to kill you.
Ha! I got you with the fucking object.
Come back.
Oh, look.
Yeah.
Hooray!
I really didn't think I was coming back then. I thought that was like it for like the whole fucking day.
Hey.
We believed in you.
I did not believe in myself. So
Yeah, well, I helped you a bit there, Carrot, because I was hitting him with the trap every time he stepped on it.
Alright, quit playing that
Alrighty.
game and get back into fucking roll 20.
all right.
Yeah, I was enjoying that.
Yeah, it's a good game.
I was kind of enjoying more time. Like I'm like, fuck it, you know, fuck it. Anyway, I'm back. So, you've gotten the message from the government that the airport, that there will be a black van with government license plates ready to pick you up from the airport. just like they're probably going to be like a dude holding a sign that has your name. You ever been to an airport, right? And there's the dude holding their name, like "Welcome to Cambodia." Yeah, probably not. Probably not. But
No,
anyway,
when I go through airports, I tend to get hit with random bomb checks.
oh man, well you got a beard, so of course
Yeah,
you're fucking.
the ex-army flight jacket probably didn't help either.
When I go with my daughter, I say to my daughter, "Watch, I'm about to get randomly searched," and she says, "I know, Dad. You do every time." And it happens. I look like a fucking trick. So anyway, welcome back. And as you know, there'll be a black van waiting for you. The airport appears to have been taken. I'm sure that you've had ample time to discuss what you want to do. You were summoning spirits when I was thrown off the internet. What happens next?
I
think we also
command
wanted to-
my spirit to basically, if anything attacks our vehicle, it's going to kill them.
All right.
Yeah, and I instructed
And you also cast reinforce on the plane.
All
Yep.
right.
I'm just doing that right now. I said it was going to be a 4-6. I said so 4. So now it gets 4 successes. So the armor class is plus by 4, so 4, 5. So armor class of 6 plane now, and I have to resist strain equal to force minus 1, so 5. So roll. 13,
Yeah, and I also
yes.
sent my spirit out to like assist the security and kill the attackers
Successes.
like to the airfield.
Sounds good.
And I think
Cool.
I casted mage armor as well.
All right. We're probably still 50 kilometers from the site. We've just sort of emerged from the jungle and into the vicinity of the rice paddies and everything. So there's still a considerable distance to go, particularly because our plane is not very fast. 50 kilometers, we'll make it there in 15 minutes. Sounds about right. Traveling about 200 kilometers an hour.
Okay.
I nudge Omen and be like, "Man, looks like it's a good thing you got us here sooner. Otherwise, they might have already taken the airfield."
Yes, and
That would have been a
doesn't-
fun landing.
and we're doing a lot hotter than it is now. All right, better get that beta meth in you. Looks like it's going to be a rough landing. As he sits down,
Way ahead of you.
sits down and throws on his seatbelt.
What are the effects of beta meth?
Bad teeth.
+2 reaction, +1 intuition.
And your girlfriend is
bad
ugly as.
Yeah.
Only after prolonged use. Oh,
Yeah, she's hot at the start. She's
Yeah.
nice and slim, but yeah, by the time she gets 25, she looks 45.
And
and
randomly you
Andre will.
start randomly
Andre will
like
take a
owning
hit of clam.
tigers.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's
that's also a side effect.
Yeah.
We're gonna end up keeping a tiger in the back of our rear van.
Sorry, Andre, by the way.
I'm still
over it.
disappointed we never adopted that cyber tiger in the XYZ.
Look, we had a lot of fucking plans for. All right, that 10 million was gonna fucking go a long way.
You know what? Headcanon, Geppetto adopted the cyber tiger and fed his enemies to it. Like a Bond villain with a shark
We could have
tank.
made you. We could have taken one of the fucking. We could have hollowed out a big pit in the middle of the Yoshi building. I had like a rancer fucking pit.
With freaking laser beams attached to their heads.
The
That's
one,
right.
there was only one of them, and 2, it already had fucking laser beams. All right. One of the reasons we wanted it so bad.
It was a cyber tiger. Anyway,
Oh fuck! I don't have cram.
What
Why
did
am
you
I have
just
fucking
take?
cram
You just took Nova Coke.
again? God, I love Nova Coke.
Alrighty.
I don't even know what Nova Coke does.
I think it makes you more charismatic.
Oh, give me
Andre is
some.
already
+1
almost too
reaction,
charismatic.
+1 charisma, +1 perception, +1 social limit, high pain tolerance.
Fuck yeah.
Hits you on both fronts of the addiction. Kicks in pretty much immediately. 1 turn later. Lasts a while. A few hours. Pretty addictive though.
Addictions for pansies.
Yeah, but you don't need to worry about addiction for weeks.
Yeah.
Take us down, Pops.
Not immediately addictive, but
And don't we have kilograms of this shit in here?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Or in Andre's backpack now?
Mm-hmm.
Addictions
my
are only
pockets.
problems when you run out of the drug.
Maybe I
Oh
shouldn't have
shit! Did we
closed.
just lose Arctic again?
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have closed
Fuck!
crawl so quickly.
Fuck.
Yeah, but I wrecked you with the dragon there, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's right. There's plenty more of those where that comes from.
Yeah, but I helped you as well, Carrick.
Oh,
Yeah, no, like,
yeah,
the
that
ghost.
trap was
I
annoying.
kept
The only
running him
reason
through
I
this.
couldn't take.
I kept running over the spike trap, so you'd have to run
Yeah.
around it.
I was thinking about suggesting, man, just stand in the middle of it. That way he
In
has
the
to come into it.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought the spikes would damage the dragon.
No,
It seems like that type of game.
all monsters and traps won't hurt each other.
Yeah, no,
but
we're all teamed up to take him down.
to take me down, yeah. Well, whoever the.
Well,
but
I mean,
no, yeah, that trap in the
it
center.
seems like you'd want to like sabotage each other, like to be the one who killed the player.
Yeah, I guess that's why you
If you
got
can
the slimes and stuff. You can like kind of just before someone takes the kill with a trap, you can immediately jump
Just
in with
drop
the
the
slime
slime
and
on there.
steal it. Yeah, it's funny because the person who kills the boss gets out and lives, and whoever's not the boss, we play as the boss. We are the boss that fight him.
Oh, so there's a boss through that portal.
Yeah, there's a boss through the portal. If you kill the boss, you escape and you survive, and then that's that game done. And then you restart and you can go to a different
Arctic's back.
game. Ooh.
Hey,
Hey.
Oh,
fuck,
Motherfucker.
they must have heard me fucking swear in the other fucking barangay here. Hey, oh my god. Anyway, fuck. Like, okay, anxiety, calm down. So you've got your instructions. You've sent your fucking spirits out. One of the spirits is going to an assassination mission. Another spirit is going to counter anyone who engages you 50 kilometers from target. We've got about 12 seconds until the internet drops. Let's try to get the mission done in that time.
efficient.
Take us down, big boy. Pops.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Geppetto Godfather steals his nerves and comes in for a hard landing, or well, as soft as he can make it, but he's expecting to get shot at.
All right. Is there any reconnaissance that you do before the airstrip comes into visual range?
I'll try to.
He'll.
I'll run my. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, since we're already
Yeah,
close, the
yeah,
mages can just fly over in
No,
like
no.
the astral, can't they?
Mako's gonna run through the various news features and stuff and try to get an idea of where combatants are and reference that with maps and stuff and kind of populate that for.
That turns out to be an
Godfather.
excellent idea because it contradicts the ad that you've just seen where the government forces are fighting back. On the contrary, so there are basically three types of news outlets, right? Government-owned, corporate, independent, and I suppose the fourth type is the Khmer Rouge's own propaganda. The Khmer Rouge propaganda channels are saying that they've already taken the airport. The government channels are saying that the airport is currently under attack, but government forces are winning. The corporate sources are saying that basically backing up what the government's saying more or less, but they're painting a little bit of a dirtier opinion. But see if you can do a matrix search to actually find out an independent source that might know what's going on.
Okay. Only 2 hits.
Yeah, only 2 hits. It's unclear, but the independent sources, you find one independent source that basically says, look, this is Khmer Rouge territory. The government doesn't own much literally outside of the city limits, so somewhere like the airport is no longer theirs. There is another independent report that is 2 weeks old that says the Khmer Rouge claimed victory over the airport. And then it shows the picture of them cutting off the heads of government soldiers.
Okay.
It's 2 weeks old.
Yeah. A lot can change in 2 weeks, so.
That's right. All right. So we find some contradictory information with a simple matrix search of the media. Did we talk to our guy? He sent you a very brief message saying that there will be a black van waiting for you. Get into the van, and it'll take you into the city.
Cool.
Godfather's gonna visually scan the runway he's touching down on with his, like, he's got cyber eyes and vision magnification and vision enhancement.
Sure. How does that? How effective is that vision enhancement? Like, can you see from 5 kilometers away, or only a kilometer, or what?
Let me get the exact wording.
Yeah. Like, I figure I can see a kilometer pretty good. So if it's times 5, then I guess seeing 5 kilometers. Yeah. Not unrealistic.
Magnification is 50 times.
50 times, god damn. Yeah, so you'd be able to see from 5 kilometers away and still see quite considerable detail, like colors of shirts and stuff like that. There is no firefight going on at the airport. There's just 100 soldiers, half a dozen jeeps, and a tank. There is a bit of traffic outside the airport. Like most regional airports, there's a fairly long straight road that leads to this place. Like, the airport was obviously purpose built, and anyway, I'll try to provide a bit of a drawing to show you. Maybe I could even get a map of Siem Reap. But anyway, if you've got a city here, the airport is a fairly long way away, maybe about 10 kilometers, and a relatively straight road takes you to the city. It's pretty unpopulated down in this sector, and then it gets a little bit more populated up in this sector. It's quite busy up in this part. There are vehicles and buffaloes and tricycles and all the rest of it. But in this sector, it's quite sparse. There is very little in the way of activity. To summarise,
in the lower sector, there's the one with the airport.
Yeah, that's right.
The
Lower
upper sector, Siem Reap.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. The airport seems to have like roughly 100 soldiers, maybe 5 or 6 jeeps, a tank, and they're not fighting anyone. They're just, they're holding their position.
Can I make out whether they're local military or insurgent?
Not from this distance, no. From about a kilometre away, but certainly when you're a kilometre away, like, everyone is there. There's no doubt about that. Even a small plane can be seen, that way.
I can try to get info from them, from their comlinks matrix stuff.
Yeah. What's the word on the news, Mako?
Kind of mixed. The most recent report that seems to be of any real, I guess, definitive answers is 2 weeks that had the Khmer Rouge in control. But both the more biased newses kind of say they're in charge, right?
Oh.
Khmer Rouge says they're in charge. The government says they're in.
Well, Johnson says land, we land.
Would the Khmer Rouge have, like, a tank?
If it's old enough, maybe. Why not?
Who wouldn't have a tank if that was an option? Better question is, did they have the option to get a tank?
Everybody just keep
Did you
guns.
think they took back the airport for for our landing?
Then why would they say that they're still fighting?
Well,
Would that be a huge victory?
because
Bunch of PR?
the Rouge took the thing 2 weeks ago, so maybe they're taking it back, like just for this.
Well, again, would that be all over the feed?
I think
Not
they're probably
necessarily.
screwing us. They're probably saying they're still fighting, so we just take care of the problem for them.
Or you didn't talk to the person you're supposed to talk to, or he's turned to the other side.
Well, they got the contact from Meiko, and it's certainly possible he changed from one side to the other.
Well, I mean,
Oh, he could have had his comlink stolen. That's, yeah.
Or it had been hacked, or how Yellow sent us after Red. This might be payback. There's several scenarios that say.
Can you guys see like
don't
any
land
flags or things on the soldiers?
They're not carrying flags. No, no. The government would normally have flags, but whoever these guys are, they don't have any flag or insignia. Some of them aren't even wearing uniform. Some of them have just got like t-shirts or camouflage pants, but a black singlet, that sort of stuff.
Do we see the black van that was apparently waiting for us?
You don't see that. You don't see a black van at the airport, no. But you can make. Is it? Is it perception? Is that what we call observation in this game? I can never remember.
Yeah, it's
make
still
perception.
perception.
Yeah, cool.
What?
Yeah. Fenway, you do spot a black vehicle, not in the airport, but on the road, moving at high speed, like 120 kilometers an hour along a dirt road, 80 miles for those of you who need conversion. So it's pretty fast along a dirt road, zipping along with his van. With his vehicle, but you can't identify the make or the model of the vehicle, and it's heading toward the airport rather than being at the airport.
So I'll just point out, like, do you think that's the one ARC vehicle?
I'd rather take a look and tag it in his feed and say probably.
Yeah, with your magnification, it's clear that it's got the shape of a bulldog. Can't see any license plates, of course, but you're watching as at 120 kilometers an hour, it zips in between tricycles and go-karts and sedans and buffaloes and pedestrians and dogs and cats, and it's pretty good driving. You know, it's not up to your standard, but for an amateur, it's pretty good driving.
Do you think we should?
There's a dude hanging out the sunroof. Like as you watch, you see the sunroof open and a big burly guy, maybe an orc, maybe just a big heavy human. He gets out and he's got like a machine gun or an assault rifle or something. And he pokes his head up out of the sunroof, and yeah, they're just zipping along. Everyone's getting the fuck out of the way.
Do you think we should coincide our landing with their arrival so we could just jump straight in?
I think timing with their arrival is probably the best bet. Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm not like on approach when I see this, Godfather will kind of circle once or twice above the airport to give the van time to approach before he moves in for a land.
Sure. So shortly after you've spotted the van, and before you've actually made your approach, so you're able to, circle, as you say, waste some fuel. You're getting a matrix transmission. It's not encoded. It's not trying to get into your system. But you're getting a message from Siem Reap Air Control.
I'll check the message.
This is Commissar Boang. Identify yourself. You have no permission to be in this airspace.
Is this radio or like text back and forth?
Yeah, like Matrix with an image, like playing an old Nintendo game where the image comes up and. This is Commissar Buang of the Democratic Army of Kampuchea. Identify yourself.
Is that who we're with?
Keep on.
Sounds like asshole.
I'm saying, do we know this person?
No, the commissar was mentioned in Red's comlink as being someone who was busy at the airport.
Ah, yeah, I thought so.
Asshole, that you?
Andre jumps on the Matrix fucking
Yeah,
blower.
so she's with the
Oh
Khmer
shit!
Rouge.
Sorry, I thought it was a radio. Never mind.
So she's with the
retract
Khmer
that.
Rouge
I
then?
apologize.
I think.
She calls herself the Democratic Army of Kampuchea. The Army of the Democratic Republic of Kampuchea. That's it.
There's something like an intuition, like a just
Like sense
Okay.
motive?
yeah, like
Or judge intentions?
Judge intentions.
judge intentions. What is that?
It's
What's that?
charisma plus intuition.
Oh, okay.
Yes, underneath composure.
I have that in Shama, not Shama. Runners, there's so underneath what? Sorry.
Underneath the composure
It's
button.
in your attributes by like initiative and willpower and logic.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, so I just thought
8
that-
successes.
should we tell them
Christ.
that we need to do an emergency landing and like hold off the bullets for a few seconds?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it's-
a report engine trouble
Yeah.
Or low fuel?
over text feed in your AR report engine trouble.
Yeah, so like, who's the better? Like, not
Yeah.
Omen.
Oh, I was just gonna see
Yeah.
what her intentions were, and then go off that, and then make a reply and text from that.
Omen, I think you might be better at conning people.
Yeah, I got specialty in it.
Yes, you should like say that before they start shooting at us.
All right. I'll type back up onto the comm link in a message, just a straight message. Fuck, I thought he
He's
was
gone
gone.
again.
Yeah.
I thought he was giving us a long time to sort that out.
No, I think he just left.
I'll just. He was quiet for a bit there, so I thought he was gone for a little
Yeah, because I
bit.
think he's there for a while before it disconnects.
And he's back.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Thanks. Hey, welcome
Oh.
back. All right. So yeah, it couldn't possibly be the Khmer Rouge because she used the word democratic and communist.
Yeah.
So
I'll jump on the com link and reply to in text, not voice. Mayday, engine problems, lift failing, thrust reducing, need to make emergency landing.
permission denied. You will be shot down if you come in within airspace.
All right, acknowledge.
All right. Acknowledged.
All right, we can turn around and go back to Thailand. We've still got plenty of fuel. We've got a nuclear fucking engine in this bastard.
Yeah, I mean, we basically like skipped half the trip.
So what does he expect us to do? Is like, Mayday, we're crashing. Crash somewhere else.
All right, plenty of rice for your
Communist
patties.
way.
That's
Well, you said the map that the dirt road leading out of the airport was basically empty, wasn't it?
It's pretty sparse. Yeah, that's right. Possibly on account of the fact that they're shooting anyone who uses it. So yeah, people just stay the fuck away.
Could we land there instead? Because we'd meet Black
Potentially.
Van outside, and then we'd just jump
Yeah,
out, get in the van, and that would be much safer than being here with the tank.
potentially. And when I called it a dirt road, that's a pretty inaccurate description. It was once tarmac. Rather asphalt. It was once a normal, regular road linking a city to an airport. No one makes that a dirt road. It's just that it hasn't been maintained since ever, and if you can imagine an asphalt road that hasn't been maintained in 30 years, it might as well be dirt at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just point
Yeah.
at it as like, can you land there? Like to the pilot?
I don't really feel like being shot down before we can do anything by a tank.
I mean, we have to get to the ground one way or the other.
Mm.
The black van's about 2 kilometers away from the airport.
I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to take her down on the dirt, boys.
All right, let me try to send a signal to the van. Let them know the change. And I'll try to do a matrix perception to find a comm link in that van and get a comm code.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Hey, that should be enough hits.
It proves remarkably easy, and one of the reasons for that is that as far as you can tell, you're not being electronically challenged. Either these guys have if they have our decker, he's asleep, or they simply don't have a decker at all. An army of 100 soldiers, a tank, 5 jeeps. It's almost unthinkable that any modern army wouldn't have some kind of electronic support. That's like sending someone into Vietnam without a radio. It's just foolishness. But apparently, there's no evidence that they do.
Okay, it's definitely Khmer Rouge in the airfield. I think the road's good. I'll send a quick text message to one of the maybe all the comm links in the Jeep, or just one of them, whatever I can get, and inform them that we're landing on the road. Be ready to meet. I'll kind of like make a rough highlight of where we're maybe gonna crash.
Fantastic. My name's Nang. We'll meet you in the van. See you soon, friends.
He seems friendly.
Our contacts are going to meet us on the road. I guess take her in. As Mako grabs her pack and clutches it tight and gets ready to crash.
All right. So bringing it down within like a kilometre of the airport, which is what you intend to do, they're going to put you way out of range for any of their guns, although they do pop off a couple of AK shots, wasting a bit of ammunition, which they can't afford to waste. But you hear the crack of a dozen or as many as 20 bullets. I suppose not many from 100 soldiers. But then the big guns start pumping. Anti-air weaponry. Their command tower has an anti-air gun, probably something as old as this fucking plane that you're flying, century-old anti-air gun. But when you're packing rounds as big as it doesn't really matter how old you are as long as you can keep firing. It seems that you are going to come under fire from this anti-air gun by landing on the even by landing on the road, just due to the sheer fucking range of such a weapon. Is that a concern? Does it change your tactics? Do you have any response for it?
Wouldn't that trigger the spirit's orders?
Yeah, my spirit will immediately you start to go attack anything that attacks us. So
there's
it would go
so many dudes firing like they're like they're it's got a lot of choices. I guess it gets maybe it like rolls a d12 to see which one it goes for, because there's half a dozen or a dozen different soldiers who are technically attacking you.
Okay.
It's like a force 12 spirit, isn't it? I think they're all dead.
It's a force 12 spirit. Shit.
It's that one.
There's that one we had like beat us here. But he got 2 services.
Oh yeah, that's right. Breakneck. Yeah, him. All right, well, roll a d12, and on a 12 it goes for the anti-air gun. Otherwise, it just starts like ripping up the random soldiers, killing them one by one, which doesn't help us a lot.
Only a 7, so no, go for the smaller dudes.
Yeah, starts smashing into them. They start firing on it, and then it perceives them as targets. And pretty soon, it's caught in the quagmire of fighting 100 guys instead of going after the one thing that it can actually hurt us.
I've got like a Force 3 beast. I mean, a Force 6 beast spirit, haven't I?
You do.
Can I send that after the gun in particular?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. It works pretty effectively. They're still firing upon us, but they're having to deal with a spirit of their own, and that's pretty intense. It's not a very powerful spirit, though. They can, hopefully with enough AK bullets, they can bring it down. One thing you do notice, though, however, is the prolification, the number of grenades. These guys have mostly got AK-97s, mostly got assault rifles, big 7.62 millimeter guns, but what they've also got shit tons of is hand grenades, and they just throw them liberally. Yeah, the small explosions start going off everywhere as they when they realise that their guns aren't hurting the mega spirit, they try to bomb it, and so on. Anyway, so you're still partially under fire, but you've suppressed them relatively well. Is it time to try to land this duck?
I think so.
Godfather is
Bowman, if you
obviously
want
going
to
to
pop
be.
a,
Yep.
yeah, you might want to pop a reinforce, but other than that, I can't think of anything.
I've already got that going.
That
right.
Force 12 spirit will be basically immune to grenades anyway, so.
That'll keep them busy for a bit. And
To get into the
our
town, they're
AC
like, okay. Turns out everyone holding the airfield is dead. We captured.
So I have an armor of 6 now because I have 4 successes on my reinforce plus the 2 of armor it has already. So we have 6 armor total.
Plus 4 body too.
Plus 4 body.
Got it.
Yep.
Cool. So while the tank tries to supply support for the infantry and focuses its heavy machine gun on the spirit, the jeeps, meanwhile, who have got like light machine guns welded to their roofs, just like a temporary turret, just classic. Anyway, so there's a half a dozen jeeps with machine guns welded to their roofs are coming to intercept the black van, even as you're bringing yourself down to land. So it's a pretty congested little road. It's not a very good road. These are suboptimal landing conditions. You will have -5 guys to bring it down.
I do have a quality called Steely-Eyed Wheelman that
Perfect.
reduces like terrain conditions by 1.
Excellent. Takes it down to 4.
All right, so pilot check at -4.
Yeah. DuckDuckGo user. So happy. Bing user, not so happy.
DuckDuckGo.com.
Brilliant. Brilliant. It's a rough landing, and everybody's going to take about 3 points of physical damage, but I assume that your armor will probably absorb all of that. So it's a rough landing, but a good landing. You pop one of your tires, it begins to squeal and scream. There's sparks flying as you dig up the asphalt like a plow. Fantastic sound effects, and the plane comes to a grinding halt, even as the van almost goes sideways. There's a dude hanging out the sunroof. He's trying to control his machine gun as he returns fire onto the jeeps, who are also firing their machine guns. So you're now in a firefight that looks something like this. I'll try to do it extra large so it's easier to understand. So, starting with the black van, which I can conveniently make black, we've got a black van here. we have our vehicle, which is coming into land something like here, and finally we intercepting both of those from the direction of the airport are the various jeeps who are, coming up the road. So this is kind of the situation we've got now. Our plane is coming to a grinding halt along the asphalt. We're facing towards the van, and there are these jeeps who are coming to intercept us, splitting off from the road in order to flank and surround the black jeep. How do we deal with this?
Or how many jeeps were there?
5.
5. Okay. Godfather's going to turn to Ricochet and say, think you could do some good with that out or Ares Alpha?
Probably my best shot. Yeah.
What's the radius of a fireball?
A force.
In meters.
Okay.
So yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
I can
Go ahead and take it.
So I guess is it initiative?
Yeah. Once you know what you're doing, let's start doing it.
Put a little Fenway on so I can have the thing in the initiative thing.
What's that?
I just put a little token down so I could have my token in the Tornwood.
Yeah, we want these maps will be completely inaccurate. It might even be more harm than help, but I'll put them down anyway.
I wasn't actually going to have it on the map, just in the corner, so I can just go in the initiative order correctly.
Precisely, very important. Yeah. All right, is this everyone?
I've still got my drone.
Cool.
All right, all good.
So, all right. So the drone is means business.
Does nothing because it hasn't been told to do anything.
All right, brilliant. Andre, looks like you're up next.
Have we stopped yet?
No, we are still in the it's grinding to a halt. If you wear a seatbelt, your seatbelt's still attached. Probably don't. I mean, maybe
I was
you do.
hooked up at the door.
Yeah, fair enough. So the vehicle that we're in, the plane, has still got momentum. It's still going forward at maybe about 15 k's an hour, about 10 miles an hour. But
and how far away are the jeeps that are coming up at us?
Probably about 200 meters, but closing in fast.
Can I delay my action until they're within 50 meters?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I will fire.
Mako, Andre's hanging out the door with his gun ready to fire when they're in range. Mako.
Utah?
Oh, sorry. I would like to get up and kind of grab my AK and maybe move over top or behind Andre and just send off a burst at one of the vehicles chasing approach.
Master Blaster, like the big guy and the little guy, 2 guns at
Right.
different levels. Excellent. As soon as they come into range, you'll be able to fire.
Oh, they're only 200 meters away. They're well within range for them.
Oh, right. For you? No worries. No problem at all.
I'm using an assault rifle. I actually use real guns here.
Real guns.
Unlike
They're in long. For
yeah.
him.
And I've got the improved range fighter, which will bump that up to medium for me.
Cool.
So that's a -1 range, and it's a -1 for shooting from a vehicle.
And probably more penalties because they're moving as well.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find all these.
Yeah.
Check the rules combat
Yeah.
sheet modifiers.
Yeah, I'm looking over that right now.
Defenders get a +3 for being inside a moving vehicle.
That's for his
Attacker
die,
gets
right?
a -3 for firing, or -2 for covering firing from a moving vehicle.
Okay.
So
So
you get a
I'd have a
-2,
total
they get a +3.
Yeah, -3 total for me.
All right. Brilliant. Okay, well that'll 2 dice will hit. I'll resist with their armor, which isn't very much.
It's 10 P, AP -2.
Cool. A total of 0 successes.
That's pretty good.
How much damage will that be?
10 physical.
10 physical will
Plus
just about
net
take
hits.
them out.
Oh yeah, plus
So
that hit.
12.
So 12? 12 will take them out. Were you going for a gunner or a driver?
Driver.
Yeah, all right. So one of the vehicles loses its driver and begins to spin out of control as a result. Godfather, as one guy loses the wheel, what do you do?
He's going to focus on maintaining control of the plane as he kind of brings it to a halt. And he's also going to take a full defense action, I think. So
Cool.
10 off his initiative.
All right.
Yeah,
You
he's
guys
basically
would-
done with the round.
Perfect. You guys with your weapons ready can fire as one of the vehicles moves into range, like one of the ones on the main road.
Can I try shooting out one of its tires?
Yeah, absolutely. What's a called shot for a tire? Does anyone?
I know
Not
a cold
know.
shot normally is -4.
Yeah, right. I thought called shots worked like you minus the dice and you add the damage.
Yeah.
Can in converse, in inverse. Anyway, I don't know that, so yeah, you tell me.
Yeah, there's a called shot modifier for a car tire, I think, if you'll give me just a sec.
Surely there would be.
It's
It's a Shadowrun.
pedantic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People would be up in arms if there wasn't a rule for this.
Absolutely. What an oversight.
How could you
It
miss
cannot be the
this?
first time
Basically
it came up.
unplayable.
That's right.
Yeah, unplayable. Unplayable.
I'm totally ready to do a fucking table flip with my computer.
It's fair. Like you should be.
Fuck me. There's an entire vehicle called shots table, but tire is not on there. They have antenna. They have door lock. They have
I
window
don't believe
motor,
you.
but they do not have
Really?
tire.
That's like the most common thing to shoot out of a vehicle, though.
I'm
So -4?
yeah,
What?
-4 is the standard called shot modifier, I think.
Here's that. What's the modifier for headlights or antennas?
What if you want to shoot the door handle so they can't get back in?
-8.
-8. Right.
Wait.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
antennas are pretty.
-8 to hit the antenna. You can only do a maximum of 2 damage, but it disables communications and wireless capability for the vehicle.
Interesting.
They don't have headlights though.
Don't have headlights. That's a bit of a website too, really.
Yeah, they have engine block, fuel tank, axle, antenna, door lock, and window motor.
Window motor?
Yeah, who's like, I want to shoot the window motor so they can't open the window?
But what if it's
They have
really
window
hot
motor,
and you want
but
them
no
to be
tire.
uncomfortable?
It's not like you can see the window motor anyway, and it wouldn't be in the exact spot in every vehicle.
Apparently
But you can't shoot
incorrect
the
data.
tires.
I
You
think
want
it's
to know what a
better
call shot to the genitals is?
Yeah,
-10.
-8. Oh.
minus
-10
10.
would be like -4 for me.
Yeah.
Are you
Plus
assuming
3.
they have like an imaging scope and an electron microscope?
You got it. A metal detector.
Oh, I need to know that.
All right.
Anyway, that was my
So
go.
you miss. Yeah, you open fire, you shoot at the tire, but the anime style driver, he hangs a quick left, and you just end up chewing up the tarmac, the asphalt instead. But Mako is also ready with her gun.
I already shot, but if you're gonna give me another shot, I'll take it. Hell.
See, that was your shot, right?
Yeah.
Right, because you had range. You didn't have to wait
Right,
for someone
right.
to come in. Of course, my mistake. So
No
one
problem.
moves ahead. Yeah, one moves ahead. It comes under fire, but doesn't affect it. A couple of them go off onto the dirt and start trying to flank the vehicle. Another one comes up behind, and this one goes out of control and starts spinning around wildly. So the gunner jumps in and tries to get control of the vehicle, but for now it's out of control. So these two with their machine guns are going to fire into the plane, whereas these two with their machine guns are going to fire into the van. So from a moving vehicle into a moving vehicle, what are the penalties?
I think it was like, was it -2
They're gonna
for
mine.
The
them,
hacker gets
plus 3
minus
for us?
2 dice for shooting from a moving vehicle, and the defender gets minus 3 dice for being defending in a moving
Yeah, so it'll
vehicle.
be -5 in total, right?
But are they shooting at the people in the vehicle, or are they shooting at the vehicle itself?
They're shooting the dudes shooting at them.
Yeah.
So yeah, so one will be shooting at one will be shooting at Andre, and the others are shooting into the black vehicle. -5.
Yeah.
All right.
Remember that in this game, taking cover is something you have to actively do.
They're on fully
It's a-
automatic.
It's a simple action, isn't it?
Taking cover, right?
Yeah. That was a question.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah,
Like,
it's
I'm
good to
asking.
know.
Okay.
Very valid question. So heavy machine gun, light machine gun, Ingram Valiant into Andre, -5. I don't think it's possible to use it.
Yeah.
It should be.
Oh, right. I thought with machine guns, you got such massive fucking penalties. You never. So
Depends
fully
on
automatic.
what kind of shot he's making.
Fully automatic, full burst, whatever the fuck that's called in this game, using
Like a
every fucking bullet.
complex action, it's all he's doing.
Complex action, it's all he's doing. He's a machine gunner. He don't give a fuck. He's already got a driver. So the guy, if you can think of three dudes in a vehicle, right? A pilot, a co-pilot, if you want to call it that, and a dude manning the gun on the rear. He's standing up and he's behind the welded-on tripod. Yeah, he fires on Andre. One fires on Andre, one fires on Mako. -5 dice. Fully automatic. What's the penalty for dodging?
He gets a +3 for being inside a moving vehicle, but a -9 for being subject to a full auto full burst.
Oh, so the -3 isn't taken away from the attacker. It's just the -2 is taken away.
He also gets a modifier for shooting from a moving vehicle.
Yeah, I already accounted for that, but I counted for shooting into
yeah.
it as well. So I'll give him an extra 3
Yeah.
dice. So
And isn't there a
yeah.
recoil?
Not on the first time.
I thought it was by
You
how
suffer
many
recoil on
bullets
the
you
first shot.
throw out.
Oh, look, I might be
recoil.
wrong. I might be wrong.
Yeah, recoil is calculated before you fire the gun.
Okay, so how much is the recoil for a fully automatic?
So
machine
fully
gun?
automatic will be 10 shots. So
Yep.
it'll be 10 points of recoil minus his 10 recoil compensation.
Right.
So it's
Okay.
Ingram
strength.
has 5 by.
So recoil is strength divided by 3 plus 1 plus whatever the gun provides.
And a gyro mount as well.
Gyro mount, so he'll pretty
He's
much
good.
need recoil. Yeah.
All right.
Gyro
And no
mount's I think a
recoil.
6.
Am I correct in assuming that being welded onto something is like a gyro mount?
No.
It would let him use the vehicle for recoil compensation.
Right.
So So it would use like its body, and a decent sized vehicle effectively has as much recoil compensation as it needs.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Melted onto like a weapon mount, is it?
That's right. Like I say welded on, but that's like surely you've seen like a communist fucking video, like Commando or something.
Like the picture that Andre sent just a minute ago. Yeah, it'd be similar probably to like being on a tripod or something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Yeah. So I assume that's 0 successes to dodge.
What? No, that was my
shooting.
shot.
That was shooting.
I was waiting
right.
for you to shoot first.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
He
or we
hits.
can spend an interrupt action for bonuses if you want.
Yeah, I just wanted to know how many I had to beat.
I don't know if I have to tell you that.
All right. I will spend an interrupt action to add my gymnastics skill to my dodge.
Yeah.
So what is my negative to my normal dodge at this point?
-6.
Where on the character sheet is dodge?
It's a skill, isn't it? I thought.
Nah, it's reaction plus intuition.
It was a skill in 4th ed, but not in this one.
All right. So just be my gymnastics.
Have you got that edge? Have you? Nice.
I do have edge. Thank you.
No, the one that lets you use gymnastics. Or is that a standard thing?
As long as I have initiative on interrupt. And yeah.
More than enough. So the plane becomes riddled with bullets. Small holes appear in the side of the paneling, and sparks fly as it hits the propellers. But you are uninjured. You're not bleeding. Okay, and the one also fires onto Mako.
Yeah.
Same modifiers. All right, so you are being fired upon, Mako, by a light machine gun. In fully automatic as before.
All right. Well, let's roll the dice and see what happens. I think I'm going to spend an edge on this as well.
-6.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to set a target number. That's a little weird.
That's all good.
So it looks like
You give it
2
10 on
hits and then
6.
I clicked compound accidentally. I thought that was the reroll 6, but that's old
Oh,
Shadowrun.
so that's a 5
So
and a 6.
a 5
right?
and a 6, then I get a reroll with
Yeah.
that 1/6 because I didn't set it right. So the extra die.
Yeah. All right. You bleed, but although the sting, you feel the sting, it doesn't cause any real injury. You have suffered a graze as the cuts along your shirt and tear your armor, ripping into your armor and cutting you with a paper cut that hurts but doesn't actually injure you.
Whew.
Our allies don't fare so well. Nang, who is waving at you, Nang, come here, I rescue you, is suddenly filled and absolutely riddled with bullets. And his gunner is the same. You watch before your eyes as the man in the is just torn to pieces, and the driver as well is ripped up, and his head collapses onto the steering wheel, and the van just lets out a long blare as his head rests on the horn, and the black van comes to a stop when it runs off the road and just gets caught on some grass. Doesn't flip. It doesn't end up in the ditch. Just comes to a quiet halt.
I thought the glass would be slightly more bulletproof than that thing.
Oh, light machine guns, man. They'll fucking break through bulletproof glass.
Yeah. Damn. Bulldog.
All right. Ricochet.
That's why you don't have windows, kids.
Yeah,
Those are a structural weakness.
They are. It's like even modern military forces have vehicles that have no windows and operate under camera alone. It's not that high tech.
Only windows you need are firing ports.
Yeah. Our slabs don't have windows. Ricochet.
Yep. So I'm gonna spend a simple action to aim. So how many jeeps are left?
4.
4. We've
This
taken
one's
out one.
Well, we've taken out the driver of one, but the gunner or the co-pilot is scrambling to seize control.
Yep. Cool. So there's 2 people per car.
I think
2 in
it's 3.
some, 3 in others. Yeah.
So we've taken out one driver. We've missed the wheels. Have we taken it? And we've taken out another. Just taken out the whole jeep, have we?
No, just one driver and that's all.
One driver and that's it. All right, no worries. In that case, I'm going to make a take aim to reduce range penalties, and then with the image magnification, and then I will do a short burst with the Ares Alpha at the gunner of one of the other vehicles.
Sure.
Is there any other modifiers on these other than the vehicle ones?
No, I don't think so. No,
Nope.
I can't imagine
All
there
right.
would be. Maybe a bit of smoke from burning tires, but that's about it.
Yeah, no worries. I think that'll I think I can ignore them anyway.
Yeah, good.
If it's only light smoke, I think
Yeah.
I've got enough. All right, sweet. So we're looking at 2 for shooting from a vehicle, -1 for range, -3 total. All right. This has got a smart link, hasn't it?
Yep.
Yep. All right, sweet. So, oh shit! I closed down my thing, motherfucker. Skill. Eight -3. And they will get -3 on their defense test, -6 on their defense test.
But +3 for being in a vehicle.
Yep.
Yep. So -3 in total. Okay, cool. Yeah. You graze him, but he hangs on to the and continue fire by what was merely a flesh wound. All right, Omen, things are looking grim. We're being encroached upon. Our escorts appear to be dead, and we're still inside a vehicle that is being surrounded by machine gunners.
Those two jeeps at the back there.
Mm.
I know it's hard to kind of
Yeah,
really do it, but how far apart would they be?
about 25 meters. No, they're
25
probably
meters.
close. No, much closer because they're both occupying the road, so they'd be no more than about 8 meters apart.
Alrighty. You know what? Let's have a look. Fucking.
Can we
Back
see the
us.
people inside the vehicles? Obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. Like these guys don't have windscreens or anything. Like these are 1950s fucking no, not really, but they're old Jeeps that full of rust, Land Cruisers, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Commercial
a
vehicles. Yeah. Yep.
a mob mind on one of the vehicles, so maybe I guess probably a force. What's good? Force.
6 is good.
Yeah, there is a 7 stun. Yeah, it should be alright. Hopefully. Yeah, I'll go 6 then.
All right.
Should get the whole vehicle, so all 3 people in one of the jeeps. If I aim it right. So mind.
So actually 6 and not 7, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
1D.
Uh-oh.
No. 14. D. Just making sure I got my dice right. 14 dice pool. Yep. Cool. Only 2 successes.
Which is 2 more successes than I got. So you have 2 services.
Cool. I'm gonna make them think that I put the command in the head that I'll resist drain. See if I'm first before I make any cool things. So 13.
Just I read the spell recently.
Yeah.
The way mob control works is it's not like a you get a certain number of commands thing. It's once you beat their resistance, you like gain basically complete control of them, like a domination spell in D&D. But every turn they roll to resist it with a penalty equal to the force of the spell, and every hit they get reduces the caster's net hits over them by 1, and when it gets to 0, they break free of the spell. It's complicated, but
Yeah, I didn't quite understand that, but I liked what I heard. So if you could like guide us through each time we do it, then that'd be good.
Just
sure. So right now, yeah, they got 2 successes, and every round I think they roll logic plus willpower minus the spell's force, which is 6. So
And
unless
each
these
one
guys
rolls
are particularly
individually.
smart, yeah, and so unless
Yeah.
these guys are particularly smart or have high willpower, odds are they'll have 0 on the test.
Yeah. They have 6 dice, so they, as you say, they have 0 on the test. They can't break out of it.
Oh, okay. So do I give the command now and then choose what
yes.
and then they choose what they do from that action, or do I command them on their turn?
Is it mob mind or mob control?
Mob mind.
I think
Yes.
control thought spells like you
put an
the only
idea
difference
into their head.
between-
They believe
Yeah.
it's theirs.
Yeah, so the way it reads from the book is seizes control of the target's mind, directing everything the target thinks. The magician mentally gives commands with a standard action, and the
Right.
target is compelled to obey as if it were their
Compelled
own
to obey.
idea.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
difference, as I understand it, is if you use something like control body, you can use your own skills with the targets. Whereas if you use something like control thoughts, they use their own skills to do what you tell them.
That's
Okay.
a clear distinction. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, the
Control
whole
actually
idea.
is more puppet master than domination.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And a suggester. Yeah. Or hypnotist.
I'm gonna make them think that all the other jeeps are anti. What are they called? Fucking revolutionaries.
Anti-revolutionaries.
Yeah, they're
Must be destroyed
they
for the good
they're
of the
the fucking
revolution.
bad guys. They're turning on them. They've got to kill them.
All right. Brilliant.
I guess on that one, the one I
Yeah.
can see,
Yeah. That's the best one.
and that's a complex action, so that's everything I can do. Yeah.
That's the good guy now.
You shrunk the guy.
That's right. Shrunk it and changed its color.
Transformers.
That's right.
Heckin'.
Magic. Black
Yeah, that's
Van.
why people are racist against mages, by the way, is because they do shit like.
It's fair. But you didn't hear it here. The black van comes to a halt. It's idling. Doesn't look like it's suffered any damage. The tires haven't been popped. I mean, it's got no windscreen and it's got a fucking massive set of holes in the fender. But the engine block is still humming along, and most of the damage seemed to be done to the humans rather than the vehicle. All right, Fenway.
I'll try a fireball against this one, like below.
Yeah, cool.
What force?
Do 4-6.
Force.
It's 2 success,
So how much? So what does that mean?
and I take 1 stun.
No.
Ah.
It's like getting 2 successes to hit with a gun, basically.
Right.
Since
Yeah.
it's a-
Two. And so is it force 6 is 6 damage? Is that how it works?
Does- Yeah, 6 damage plus net hits. They
8
get to roll
damage?
to dodge this though, same as with a.
And that'll be a vehicle test rather than a dodge test because they're in a vehicle.
They don't take a little bit of
Gotta
extra
get
damage
something.
because of the elemental damage. Yeah, elemental, these spells cause extra damage.
You got a chance to set things on fire.
I mean, let's see if I hit first.
Yeah. The elemental damage will bypass some of their armor. I'm pretty sure. I think that's
So
how
it
works.
has an armor penetration equal to the force, so it's going to be minus 6
Right.
AP. But then,
Okay.
yeah, fire damage does special things.
Yeah, I'm looking up
Okay.
now.
So 2 successes on the dodge. I guess that means it doesn't dodge.
It was only 2 successes on the.
Oh, but you only got 2 successes on the attack, so it is a dodge. It's a grazing hit. And so there's this massive Michael Bay explosion, but the Jeep just drives straight through it. Fuck yeah, communist. Stalin!
It's an elemental attack. They should still get lit on fire or something.
Good
I think.
call. Yeah, good call. And so they're flaming and the bonnet's on fire and like the tires are on fire. But Michael Bay just straight through. It's fucking amazing. All right.
This is very 18.
It's so 18. Mage Geeker, you didn't do anything last round. Have you been given a command
It is not.
yet? Sad for Mage
So-
Geeker.
So you need to roll armor plus fire
Right.
resistance minus 6
Okay.
to see if they catch on fire.
All right. Armor plus. They don't have any fire resistance. So yeah, well they're all on fire then. The vehicle itself might not be, but the men are. Nice. That would have been fucking terrifying.
It was pretty cool, but yeah, pretty fucking metal as
So
fuck.
Yeah.
because they're on fire, they will take a DV3 every round. And at the end of each combat turn, the DV increases by 1 if they don't put the fire out.
Awesome. Andre, you went full defense or something, didn't you? No?
I just didn't interrupt
Godfather did.
action. I still have
Yeah,
one.
interrupt.
So I lost 5.
he
I
used
went
a
from
dodge.
16 down to 11. And at the new turn order, I'll be at 1.
Of course, because yeah, you've already adjusted it. Thanks for that. I'm bad at taking care of it.
Go ahead
That's
and
good.
drop everybody's init by 10, yeah.
It's a hassle to do so on Roll20 because sometimes you click it and it doesn't work and it doesn't work and it doesn't work, and so I'll just hopefully try to remember.
I'll do mine.
Well, just everybody can do theirs.
Everyone can do their own. Yeah, that's fine with me.
Once you had your turn, take 10 off.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. I
Or
wouldn't do
rather,
it
at
when
the
you do
top
your
of every
turn.
round, how about
Yeah,
everybody
you got to
just
do it at
drop
the end
it
of the
by 10?
round because otherwise, like, you'll move
Good idea.
someone down in the ranking.
Oh,
and then,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
So,
Yeah.
which one did we light on fire? Was it this one here?
The bottom one.
Down here.
Yeah, I'll give you an orange icon, which you almost certainly can't see, but it's up there in the corner.
Oh, yeah. Little dot.
How far away from us is this guy here?
Which guy? This guy? Oh, that one. We'll use these ratios at this point because fucking why the hell not? So 30 meters is good. That's about the sort of closing point that we're coming to. 100 feet is about what we're looking at. Yeah.
Well, Mako's going to move, I guess, to the other side of the plane, ready a high explosive grenade and hurl it right at the passenger compartment of that truck, try to land it in there.
Magnificent. The Khmer Rouge are secretly impressed.
Except these ain't frag grenades, bitch.
4 hits.
Nice.
You got it.
All right, let's see if they can. They have a chance to dodge it. I suppose they do, right? If they drive
With
their
a
vehicles.
thrown weapon or with a grenade, it's a flat roll with a threshold of
Just a
3. If you get 3 hits, it lands where you want it to, and they can take an interrupt action to. I think one option is to dive for cover, and one action is to run for your life.
Can they not throw it back? Can they kick it? Can they headbutt it?
There is also an option to throw it back.
They try that option. Picks it up, lands in his lap, picks it up, and throws that fucking thing straight back at you.
Can I detonate it wirelessly?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's them done.
Damn, there's a really cool thing for throwing a grenade back.
Poor communists, they got ripped up.
So he's got like a button. He's like, "Not today," and you pushed it.
Yeah. Oh, they wouldn't have been able to do it. It cost 10 initiative.
10. Oh, right.
That is pretty cool, though.
So yeah, you grenade someone right at the end of the round, they're fucked.
Keep that in mind.
Can you run
Applies
with
to
less
us, too.
initiative?
No.
Running costs 10 as well.
5, I think.
Oh, okay.
Right, no, I've only got 4. Right.
Yeah. Dive
But
for
can't
cover
you
is -5.
take it into the next round though? Can't you like go beyond what's possible and into the next round? As long as you've got a number left, as long as you've got a positive number, you can take the action, can't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So they would potentially be able to throw it back, even though they don't have 10 left.
Yeah. They just take a
Yeah,
negative
it depends
10
on how
next
the
time.
grenade is fused, but if this one is, it's I mean, it's being fired at, or actually, no, this is a thrown one, so it depends on what you had it set to.
I've got the wireless, so
You've got
detonation.
the wireless, yeah.
So
He's got the poison.
I'm checking to see what kind of action that is. I think it's a free action though. With
That's a good.
wireless.
I imagine it is. So, like, what's the point of it if it's not a free action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there is some caveat that like it has to be done the next round or something.
Or maybe it takes away. Maybe you need initiative left or something. It is important, but you can look it up, and we'll assume that it works this time in any case.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Excellent. Godfather's already out. We're on to the bad guys. Okay, so these guys seize control of their vehicle and they manage to flip it back around the right way again. These guys are on fire, and so they got bigger problems. They're sort of steering out of control all over the place now. These guys, however, fire upon us again. Mako is clearly the woman to kill, and so they target her. -2 from a moving vehicle, but that's the only penalty that applies, I'm pretty sure.
Possibly range, unless they're getting close.
Not with a light machine gun. Like, not, yeah, no. Good question though, but like at this range, I imagine, surely a light machine gun is more than 50 meters. Short range, I would have thought 25 meters.
Ah, yes, they have gotten closer as well. Yeah.
Yeah, we're quite close at this point. Yeah. All right, so Mako, you are being fired upon by a gun which is probably suffering a lot more recoil now, because the second round it would have gotten worse, wouldn't it?
It's probably eaten up most of the recoil comp.
I found the answer to that question, by the way. Sorry.
Good.
If you have a DNI, you can do it as a free action, so you can technically throw the grenade and then spend a free action to detonate it.
Yeah,
If you don't have a DNI, you have to do it on your next turn, though, because you basically got to like pull your phone out and press the button to detonate.
Yeah, and I for sure got DNI, so.
Yeah. What's DNI?
Yeah, you're
direct neural
interface.
Yeah.
Data jack or trode, basically.
Yeah, all makes perfect sense. All right, so tripods +6 for recoil compensation, but how does it work from round to round? I fired 10 shots last round. I'm going to fire another 10 shots round. Doesn't?
So
it
doesn't reset. It only resets if you stop shooting for a round, basically.
Or if you spend an action on something other than shooting, a simple action, I think.
They could.
All right, well, he's not.
He spends a simple action to give you the middle finger, then keep shooting.
Yeah, they're really contradictory because in a lot of the examples they do stuff like that, and he still gets the recoil penalty. Yeah,
the way I read in the book was if they went down to single shot or a lower penalty, they would get back on the next, because each initiative pass.
Yeah, it seems
they're all
like
they all get added together.
As I understand it, it's cumulative until you spend an action to do something other than shooting, so you have a second to sort of get control of the weapon again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So what will my numbers be at this point then? If he did a fully automatic burst last round and a fully automatic burst this round without.
So he should have 8 points of recoil compensation, I
Cool.
believe. So because 6 from the tripod, 1 for his strength, 1 for every weapon has 1.
Okay.
Or everyone gets
Ingram
1
Valiant
base.
has like 5.
And then he has an Ingram Valiant, does he?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. What's that? A submachine gun?
No, I have light machine gun.
Light machine gun, yeah.
Yeah. What's that 5 from though?
Gas gun.
Probably.
I guess so.
And shock pad.
Yeah, so we won't get the shock pad anymore because it's tripod mounted.
Yep, it's a tripod. Yep.
Is that 5 coming out of Chummer?
The 5
he should have 11
pad
total right now. I got
so
plugged
4
into Chummer
plus
right
the
now.
Ingram Valiant's only
4
got
plus the tripod.
2/3 recoil comp.
Yeah, if you're getting that 5 out of Chummer, it's factored in your 1 base and your strength as well. That's all.
Right. Because I'm in career mode.
It has a shock pad and gas vent too.
Yeah, so it'll have 2 from the gas vent, so it'll have 10 recoil compensation total.
Which means no penalty, right?
But he used all that up last round.
Right.
He fired 10 shots and he has 10 recoil.
If he does another 10 full auto burst, he'll get a -10 recoil penalty.
Right, which makes it impossible for him to hit, and so he's just firing fucking wildly at this point.
He can do suppressing fire.
Yeah, and in that case, that is exactly what he is doing. Because it's like firing wildly, it's just pointless. So yeah, he's providing suppressing fire, keeping you inside your vehicle. The bullets echo all around. The glass, the windows on your reinforced plane are beginning to crack and shatter. They're only cracking because it's been reinforced. If they weren't magically enhanced, then they would have long been shattered. Glass falls all over the place, steel tearing up. As far as you're aware, though, the nuclear engine's in good shape.
It'll use 20 rounds of ammo.
Yeah.
He makes a weapon skill plus agility test.
Really? Okay.
And then that applies as a dice pool, whatever his hits are. Take a dice pool penalty equal to his hits on that test from the suppression fire.
Okay, cool. So we got 2 successes, so there'll be 2 dice.
So we all get a -2 so long as we're like, in the zone that he's firing, just lighting up.
Yeah, and the plane is essentially the zone in this situation.
And then anyone who's in the suppressed area or who moves into or out of it before the end of the suppressive fire risks catching a bullet. They got to make a reaction plus edge test. And they can apply full defense dice, but not other defense bonuses to that, I don't think.
We're effectively in cover, though, since we're all in a vehicle.
Yeah, and then they have to get 2 dice, 2 hits because of his 2 successes to not get hit by a bullet.
If we don't poke our head out to shoot, then we're probably safe from it.
Should be fine, yeah.
And at Shadowrun, you can shoot around a corner with a camera. There's a modifier for that.
There is.
-3.
But then, finally, they have some good luck and fire accurately. Unfortunately, they're on our side by now. And so the machine gun fires frantically into the other gunner, killing him instantly. And then the pilot, the driver, drives into this vehicle, ramming him. And they both start going out of control at that point.
Because of the mob mind.
Yeah.
Ricochet. This combat zone is it's tense, but none of us are actually injured yet.
I'm gonna poke my head out and okay, so that vehicle's on fire. What's the one with the explosion on it?
That was a grenade.
Grenade.
Yeah, one's got fire and one's got grenade. Yeah.
Yeah, and is the grenade one basically out of action?
Yeah.
All right, and then which one's the mob mind one?
The green dude.
The green dude. So I think this guy's basically unaccounted for, is he? Isn't he?
He was a red dude. So yeah, don't ignore him. I didn't want to delete him because I think he's the one keeping track of
he's the mob-minded one. Yeah.
He's mob-minded, yeah. This guy, they were out of control at the rear, but we killed their driver. But now their co-pilot's taking over the wheel and they're starting to get back into...
All right, now, so the black car, all the dudes in the black car have been taken out, haven't they?
As far as we can tell, we only know that there was a driver and a gunner and they're both clearly dead.
All right, I'm going to book it to the black car.
All right, so you're under suppressive fire. And you'll be subject to that as you book it.
Yep.
Gotta make that reaction plus edge test, I think.
Yep. Which yep. I'm good.
Dewey? I thought he was dead.
Holy shit, that was a good roll.
Just sprinting through a storm of steel.
Yep, I thought we.
Yeah, he's right. This gunner is shot up this gunner, and so he's got the suppressive fire going, only to be hit with machine gun from his flank that he wasn't expecting. Yeah, that's how it happened.
So there is no suppressive.
I guess not, because he's either. Yeah. Anyway, there's probably a few bullets flying anyway.
It's all happening at the same time, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's all happening at the same time. So,
yeah. So I am booking it. Where is my icon? Oh, fuck, I'm all the way down there. Duh. How do you measure? It is that one.
Yeah, ruler.
Well, are we still moving?
Your plane pretty much has come to a halt at this point. It will at least it will at the end of this round.
Yeah, that's what I've spent this turn doing.
Yeah.
Run speed was agility times 4, I believe. So I won't quite be able to make that. So I'm going to spend my action making a running test to sprint,
Cool.
which is running. Which that should be enough to get me to the car. Sweet.
Brilliant.
Just imagine you diving through the shot up windshield like the Dukes of Hazzard.
They hadn't opened like a door on the side or anything, had they?
They didn't know. They got an open sunroof and an open windshield.
Diving through the sunroof. Your Norik is probably the only entrance to the car that actually fits you.
It's a GMC Bulldog, man. They're huge.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they are big.
When
at least we've gotten to steal a nice vehicle after showing up here.
It's my
when
favorite
that
colour.
gunner who poked up and was shooting the machine gun out of the roof, when he got taken out, I'm assuming he's slumped out of the sunroof, basically.
Precisely right. Yeah, so he's kind of clogging it, but he's hardly resisting.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, I'm not gonna have enough to get into the vehicle this round anyway. So
no, I don't think so.
Thinking ahead.
Excellent. I think Andre's used up. Oh no, Andre, you've still got you reduced your action, so it is your go.
So, is there still suppressive fire?
There is still suppressive fire. If you can imagine again an old movie where a dude he gets shot but he keeps firing anyway. He's like, yeah, and so the bullets are still fucking flying all over the place. He's not shooting at anyone in particular, but the place is still filled with fucking lead.
And to avoid that, I have to get one success on a.
Two successes. On a reaction plus edge test.
Fuck it, Andre's doing it. He's moving out.
Brilliant.
Well, no, it's fucking retarded, but that's what he's doing.
It's
you can also drop prone and crawl beneath it if you like. You'd probably be good at that.
I'm short, but can I edge that?
There's always edge.
Oh, fuck off.
You only need it 2.
All right, you get hit by a stray bullet that is, massive, big 7.62 bullet.
Just takes base damage, so 9 damage minus 2 armor piercing.
Oh, fuck.
So what? It's body and armor.
Yeah.
Yep.
And how much armor piercing?
2.
2, thank you. It's a lot less than I thought it would be.
Fuck off.
Yeah, you got to get into pretty heavy weapons to see high armor piercing or high-end ammunition.
Yeah, right. I suppose, as you say, that's what ammunition is for. Yeah.
It's mainly the high damage of things.
Yeah.
All right. That's why stick and shock's good. It's the poor man's armor piercing.
Good call.
And it's humane and shit.
Of course it is.
So, even though I get hit, do I keep moving?
Yeah, you just snagged a bullet as you were doing it.
Fuck off. I need.
All right, that's the end of the round, I think.
Seems so.
Seems that way.
So everybody re-roll initiative.
And I forgot from earlier with my fireball. I should have had a
Hecky.
-1 on the roll.
Okay, cool. Good that
Because
you
of
learned
stun.
that, like, you know, after it's done.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
Do I have the -2 initiative as well?
For
Yes.
being, yep.
Wound penalties apply to initiative.
Yeah, they don't apply to, like, armor absorption, you know, resist damage rolls, but that's about it. Apply to just about everything else.
The sheet should calculate it too.
Yeah, I
for
did. I
rolls and
just wasn't.
everything.
I just noticed it when I went back to it.
Cool, cool.
So
Did I roll too
with
soon?
all
Yeah, I did.
Don't think so. Might not have come up, did it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it did come up. Yeah, maybe you did roll too soon. I'll add you in, and you can adjust your initiative to 17.
No, I got it. It came up the same,
Cool.
or it should have. Yeah.
Luck.
Fuck, I'm still not in there.
Did you click on your icon?
My icon is gone.
All right. So put an icon down on the map and just do it again.
Got hit so hard by that suppressive fire that he.
Yeah.
Fuck suppressive fire. Alright.
Does its job.
You just do not get along well with light machine guns, do you?
Who does?
That was my question.
Oh, I
Good.
do.
Oh, I
I
do.
get a little
I get along
machine
great
gunner.
with light
real
machine
well.
guns.
I can handle that. I'll put Mage Geeker in top, so
All the
Godfather
speed
in his
of
spring.
like, with all the speed of like a meth tweaker hearing a siren, Godfather like leaps up from his pilot seat, snatches up a backpack and 2 duffel bags. They're basically what he brought his gear in, and
You accidentally pick up the parachute. Fuck! Hurl it out the window. Fucking grab the right one.
fuck. Yeah. He sends his drone a message to fall and protect him, and makes a run for the van.
Aye, aye, Captain, says the drone.
How far away is the van?
About 30 meters.
Okay, I got like 8, so it's gonna be a bit. Yeah, he is going to run and take a full defense.
All right. Andre, these two vehicles are fighting each other. The co-pilot's got his AK out firing into these guys. They got their machine gun firing. It's fucking chaos.
Hey, is this guy still active? Shit.
It is, yeah, that's right. They their driver got taken out, but the co-pilot's taken over, and they're now coming back into the action.
Do they have a gunner?
They do. They have a gunner and a pilot, but their old pilot's dead.
Can I make a? I don't know. There's not charge. What do I have to do to run up there and jump up there to stab that gunner?
You have to get enough successes on a sprint check to cover it. As long as you got the speed, it's just a gymnastics check.
Actually, my agility's 11, so I think.
So you can cover that. Then it's just a gymnastics check to jump in. Speed 11. That's phenomenal. Brilliant. Yeah. Whatever it is that you were intending to do works
6.
like a charm.
And then, someone help me out here. I'm not sure. Can I still stab him at the end of my movement then?
Yeah, I think think you get a bonus actually to melee attacks if you run up on them.
The
Yeah,
gymnastics check is
you get
would
a
the- would the
-2
jump be a
penalty
simple-
for running and a +3 penalty for charging, which all balances out to a +1.
Okay. Would the gymnastics check be a simple action, or is that just part of the movement?
Well, generally, if you make a skill check, it is an action, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll call that a simple action.
Which means you won't be able to melee attack.
Oh, because that is a complex action to make a melee attack, is it?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, that still makes sense in any case. So you could run up beside it and like slash the tire, or you could run up and like try to slash through the above the door. There's no canopy here, but to actually jump up onto it and either land inside or on the bonnet or wherever, that'll take a simple action. So
Do these guys drive on the left or the right side of the road?
whatever Americans do.
Fuck 'em. I'm going to move and throw
Yeah, that's cool.
at the gunner. There we go.
Sorry, just random tangent. Remember, I think it was like Burma
Oh,
or something
fuck
I
off.
saw. Like, oh
And don't
shit.
forget -2 for running.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
Is
out
it
of how
-2
many?
for moving?
-2
13.
for running. If you exceed
But
your walking.
I'm
pace.
definitely not exceeding my fucking. Oh, what's a normal walking?
It's agility times 2.
So 22 meters for you.
So make sure you
So
don't
close
exceed
to a
22
glitch.
meters.
Hold on. So it's -2.
For running, yeah. If you
God
exceed
Fucking damn
walking
this
speed,
motherfucker.
Oh man.
All
if,
right.
if you just move less than 22, you won't have exceeded your running. So
You're starting to piss me off.
So how far does it miss by?
I mean, it depends whether or not he dodges.
I don't think you can dodge a throwing weapon. Is it? Or is it? It's not a grenade.
No.
It's not a grenade. Right.
I
Okay. Yeah,
believe you
I'm
can.
getting confused. Yeah. Cool.
Fuck off.
So yeah, he
You know
deflects it. He gets out of the way.
I'm using my last edge. Fuck this guy.
Do it. Do it.
Hell yeah.
How many did I miss?
you got
2,
one
4,
success,
6,
so
8,
11,
10.
12.
Pretty bad. Yeah, that is really bad.
Oh, then the -2. Yes.
There you
There you
go.
go.
All right. He's not able to dodge that. What's your armor piercing?
-1.
Cool. 2 net successes.
So 8 points of damage.
But it's an injury, but it's not going to take him out. And he trains his machine gun upon you. Omen.
I kind of see Andre about to get gatted by another machine gun, and I'll kind of poke my head out, and I'll fire my very first mana bolt at the machine gun guy.
All right.
Okay, I haven't really done a attack spell before,
Okay.
so it's I'll do it at force. What's that? So
6.
force, force 7. Yeah, force 7 will be good. And I have 12 to the dice pool for that spell. Oh, d6. Only one success on a force 7. So how does that work?
Means you did 1 damage, and he rolls to resist that. But
And
his
He does it with willpower, I think,
I'm gonna
because
Um,
it's
I'm gonna
body for
edge it.
physical attacks or willpower for mana spells. And if this is mana bolt,
This is a
Yeah.
mana one. So, but I'm gonna edge it because I want more damage than that. D6. So if I edge it afterwards, I just reroll all the ones that didn't count.
So you roll 11.
Obviously, his armor doesn't count, does it?
Oh, sorry, no, that was 2 successes because I accidentally did greater than 6. So 1 6 and 1 5. So that's 2
Yep.
successes on the first one. So I only roll 10 dice in this one.
Yes.
And he resists with willpower alone?
Yep, no armor, no nothing.
1, 2,
Literally
Makes
like
sense.
boiling his
5.
brain, basically.
5 damage.
All right. He has nothing to resist. 5 points of damage along with the knife. That's going to be enough to take him out.
Quick question: why did I do it force 7 then? If the dice pool's the same?
Because it's your
Because
limit.
The force
is your
caps how
limit.
much damage you can do.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
generally, you should divide that by 3 if you want your average to max out your average hits.
Right. Okay.
So normally, if you have 12, you shouldn't do any more than like 6.
Gotcha. Okay. I was confused. That's alright though. I'll still do it because it's.
That also helps you avoid physical damage on the drain.
Gotcha.
Because the drain, I don't think goes off your hits; it goes off your force.
Yeah.
No, it's both.
If it goes over, I think.
It's the drain you take is physical if the hits on your spellcasting test are
Go over
higher
my
than your magic.
Yeah.
That's pretty decent then.
Yeah. Which means you can only take physical drain if the force is higher than your magic, because otherwise your hits are capped.
Yeah. All right. That makes sense.
But it just So the better you are at casting your spell, the more likely you are to take bad drain.
All right.
And I don't
Lots
take
of
any
fun
drain.
that was.
Cool.
Okay.
And I guess I'll
yep.
use my small amount of movement to start heading towards the black van now that most people are kind of busy. It's that much roughly. That's my turn.
All right, Mako. The suppressive fire is no longer firing as these two exchange close combat attacks with each other.
I'm gonna I'll move back up to the door.
Mhm.
I'll use burst fire, so just a simple burst at the driver of this vehicle.
All right. You notice that the driver is hanging the wheel really hard to the right for no particular reason.
I wonder why he might be doing that. So range should be good. And we're no longer moving, so I don't think I have any penalty. Only 3 hits.
Right, he has
Still
an extra
not
3 dice to dodge, being in a moving vehicle. So let's see how he goes. Oops. Try D's instead of F's. Okay, 1, 2, 3 successes. So grazing hit.
All right.
Ding, 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 ding.
Now I'll use a simple action to take cover.
Brilliant idea. Ricochet, you have reached the van.
All right. So where did that machine gun land?
It's an assault rifle. Or was it a machine gun? I can't even remember at this point.
You said it was a machine gun. A light machine gun.
We'll stick with it. We'll stick with Ingrams.
All right.
And where did it land? On a 1, it landed on your side. On a 2, it's in front. 3 below, and 4 behind. And 2 in front.
All right. Sweet. I'm gonna pick that up.
Yeah.
So we got the mob-minded car still going full tilt.
Yeah.
He's basically cleaned up the one next to him, hasn't he? Is there anything
Pretty
left?
much. Like what they have to really focus on just maintaining control of their vehicle at this point.
Yep. So all we've really got left is the one that's on fire. And the one
And
that's
the one
lining up Andre.
Yeah, exactly.
And the one
And
that's
the one
lining up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. I am going to skip up that gun and do a burst. I'm guessing it'll take a simple action to pick that up.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. All right. So that'll be a short burst then at that vehicle there.
At the driver or the vehicle.
I think at the driver.
Yeah. All right. He can dodge a second time, right? There's nothing stopping him from doing that.
No, you get defense on every test.
Yep, cool.
Does it degrade? I don't think it degrades, but actually no, I think there is. I think there's a
I
modifier
think
for
it's
defending.
like -1 or something for each extra dodge you're making around or something like that.
Yeah, it's not in that list that's up, but I'm sure there is something about having defended against the previous attack.
Cool. We'll use a -1 for now, and we'll just look it up for later.
And I am
Certainly
going
important.
to edge that, I think. This guy hasn't really taken a hit yet, has he? The driver.
Oh yeah, the driver. No, not the driver. No, or co-pilot as it is, because the driver's dead.
Oh, is that the one that we killed the driver on? Yeah, all right, cool.
Yeah, he was the first target. Yeah.
Does the Ingram have any laser sights or anything on it?
I wouldn't think so. No.
I wouldn't think so either, but I just thought I'd better check.
Yeah.
All right. How far away are they? I think that is short range. And he'll get a +3 on his
Wrong
test.
vehicle. It's this one, isn't it?
Hang on, sorry, I was covered. Yep. There we go. 100 meters. So he is at medium range. So I got -1 for range.
And -2 for a moving vehicle.
No, I'm not shooting from a moving vehicle anymore. But he will get +3.
But he gets
on his
+3 because
defense
he's
test.
moving.
Yep.
Excellent. Thanks for that, Mako.
4 successes. Nice.
1, 2 to resist. 2 net successes. That'll probably take him out.
So he'll be taking 11 with -2 AP.
Okay. He resists on 0 of that, meaning he is absolutely chewed apart, and the vehicle on its turn will careen into this one. Art time.
Michael Bay would be proud.
He would. There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Yeah, I think our plane's going to explode pretty soon. So I can move up to. Is it the 6 or the 12? Like if I run? Oh, I suppose it's the 12.
Yeah, you could do either.
Yeah.
One's a walk, one's a run. I don't think there's any action restriction for.
Yeah, you don't use any actions for the movement. It's just if you've exceeded that walking speed for the turn, you get the -2 penalty for the rest of your turn.
Okay, I'll move here. So I now have -2. Well, -3. So the car below, is it still driving along?
Still driving along. That's right. They're on fire, but it's technically cosmetic. You know, if you were a He-Man, then you just ignore it and you could keep operating as per normal.
Okay. Probably not going to. Can I try a mana bolt, force 5 at the gunner of the one below?
Yeah. And he gets nothing but.
I nearly did -30 modify.
With nothing but willpower to resist, he gets 1 to resist.
Ooh, nope. Ingram Valley has laser sight as standard. Nice.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so that's force to succeed.
Okay. He gets 1 success to resist, but that's all.
So is that 3 points of damage?
That is, yes.
Okay, a mild injury. Mildly affects him. Give him a bit of fatigue. That's about it. They hang a right and begin carousing towards you, cruising towards you. What's the? I can never really work out vehicle speeds. Can he cover 80 meters in 1 round?
Let me check the GMC speed.
This is a Jeep, if there's such an equivalent.
Oh
Yeah,
Hotspur, I think.
perfect. Yeah, he needs to get 80 meters to run your zone.
Oh yeah, those things are zippy. He's got it.
Brilliant. So everyone's getting run over. We need to know more rules now. How does this work, kids?
You try to run someone over with a vehicle. It's I think just a dodge test.
Brilliant.
They roll probably vehicle piloting, or so pilot groundcraft plus reaction.
Sounds good. And he's on fire, so he gets -3, is it?
If you want to ram someone, you treat it as a melee attack. The target must be within the vehicle's walking or running rate. A -3 die modifier applies if the driver has to resort to running the vehicle's running speed. You roll vehicle skill plus reaction to attack. The target rolls reaction plus intuition if a pedestrian. To defend, you may use full defense or dodge interrupt actions.
Cool. And he's on fire, so he gets -3. Is that right?
Negative fire just means he takes damage every round.
Oh, so there's no penalty for it. Okay, cool.
So I think he takes like 4 damage because he took 3 damage last round.
Yeah, other than the accumulated.
And that'll the cumulative injury roll. All right. Okay, so you three are getting run over. The drone's too high, I imagine. I don't think it's like walking along beside. So you're about to be run over by an on-fire Jeep.
I'll use interrupt to use too pretty to hit, to add my charisma. Let's see what I do for that.
Wait, can anyone do that?
Do you really think he's gonna run over a wary meth tweaker?
Fucking no.
What else do you do?
We've all
That's
wanted
right.
to. We've all wanted to.
So it's just reaction plus intuition.
Yep.
And can I do
And you
this?
can
Can I
use-
do
if
the
you have
same
enough
interrupt thing?
initiative.
Get 19 dice to dodge.
If
Yeah,
you
because I'm tripping on meth, which gives me a
My
+3 for reaction and intuition, and I full defense, which lets me add willpower.
It's incredible.
I am twitchier than a fucking wallaby on speed.
if you have enough initiative left over,
I have
Fenway,
9.
you can full defense, which lets you add your willpower, and
That
Omen
takes
has a
10,
special
I think, but
quality.
for 5
Yeah.
you can dodge, which lets them add gymnastics, I think.
Okay, then I'll full defense then. And add my willpower.
Yep.
And then Omen has a special quality that lets him use charisma instead.
Ah,
And
1
full
success.
defense.
Okay, I got it back. Nice.
I suppose I should probably
so
use my
heads-
edge so I don't get hit.
Clarification: full defense costs 10 initiative. You can dodge to add your gymnastics, though.
Okay, because my turn's passed. I don't have 14. I only have 4 now.
Okay, so should I just re-roll that then? Like, what should I do? Because I can't. Because I only have 9 initiative. I mean, I only got 1 success
it'd be
anyway.
reaction plus intuition plus your agility, basically.
I think you
unless
can
have
do it
reason
if it's going to
gymnastics.
put you into negative initiative, because
Yeah, I
otherwise
thought you
people
could.
who rolled
Yeah.
less than 10 can never
never
ever
dodge.
use defense.
Yeah, it passes.
Yeah, right.
I think pretty sure it passes to the next turn. That's what I thought, but I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, but I'd like to use an edge to re-roll all those misses.
Yeah, sure.
So that's 10 dice,
Alrighty.
isn't it?
Looks like it. Yeah.
It should be 8 dice because the -2 I have.
Excellent.
So I'm rolling for the full defense action. If I just take the -10 to initiative.
Yeah.
What's full defense again? It's usually willpower plus.
You just get to add your willpower to your reaction plus intuition. So instead,
Okay,
you get
so
to add your charisma to your
charisma, so-
willpower. Or reaction plus intuition plus charisma is what you're rolling.
So 8, 9, 10, 11. Reaction, charisma, and intuition. 8,
Yeah.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Seven successes.
And I got 5.
All right. And you got 5, and they got 3, which was 3 6s and a 1. So you all managed to drive out of the way, which is just fine and dandy until you hear a ting, 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 and you realise that that they've left you a present behind. Let's see how accurate this present lands. So it's a grenade trying to be placed right here. I got 2 successes. What does that mean?
It scatters.
How far and what direction?
You roll 2d6 to determine direction, and there's a table.
Cool. Try that again.
Standard grenade will scatter by 1d6 minus hits meters. So roll a d6 and subtract 2.
4 meters in which direction?
You
Yeah,
get
on
a
a
6.
6. Yeah.
Basically, I'm trying to do a clock here.
Yeah.
11 o'clock of where he
Oh,
threw
11.
it.
Yep, sure. So that's going to 4 meters will land harmlessly, or not so harmlessly here. What's the explosion on a grenade?
Depends
Oh,
what
what
kind of
sort?
grenade it is.
What's the standard frag grenade? Like,
Frag.
Yeah,
This
crash
frag and high
grenade.
explosive are the two, main ones.
right, it's a frag grenade.
Oh.
Yeah.
-1 per meter. So the radius is 16 meters, but for every meter you are from the center, you take 1 less damage.
There's the stats for it. Ignore the roll. But 18p flechette -1 per meter, AP +5.
Maybe they drove off a little bit first before they threw it. Yeah, 18 meters. I still didn't really understand that. You guys can see where the X is. Work out how far away you are and how badly it hurts you as a result.
I'm about 8 meters away.
Yep.
About
I think I'm like
5.
2 meters away.
You can measure it from the middle of your token, since I don't. Yeah, since that's probably about the fairest location.
If I put it on my character's nose, it's 8.1 meters.
It's about 4.5 meters.
All right, so it's 18 physical damage, -1 per meter that it's away from you.
So it's 18 physical.
18 physical.
So I take 10 because I'm 8
it's a
away.
frag grenade, it actually has
If you have-
positive.
Yeah. If you have armor, then it's as you say, it doesn't penetrate the armor; it gets stopped by it very easily.
Yeah, it actually
Okay,
gives you a plus to your effective armor rating.
Oh, so I have 11 armor plus the 5. Well, plus the 5 from that, so 16.
It
Yeah.
has a set amount. Let me check it. Frags have +5 AP. So you
Yeah,
actually,
+5.
yeah, so body
Okay.
plus armor +5 to resist whatever the damage is.
Okay. So body.
Bye bye, Americano.
Alright, so it's body plus armor. Then what? Take away.
Add 5.
Add
Frag
5.
grenades are stopped by armor, really.
Alright, plus 5.
So if you're using the character
And
sheet,
then
when you click on the armor, do you add your body as well as a modifier?
yeah.
It automatically does it if
Okay.
you're using the sheet.
I'm gonna edge this, I think.
So, yeah,
And we take 18 minus 1 for each meter we're away from it.
exactly right.
So I'll take 14.
Yeah.
So
14 less 9, so you'll take 5 physical.
okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not too bad. I can deal with that.
I'll let you determine how high your drone is. 2 meters in the air sounds about right, but I'll let you decide. And because it's going to get caught in the explosion too, presumably.
Yeah, I just checked. With the distance away it is and the shrapnel effect, its armor's enough to.
All right.
It counts. It's below the threshold.
Too easy.
Yeah. So, and I don't take any damage, do I? Because I'm 8 meters away and just soaked 10.
That sounds right. Yeah, because it does 10 damage. You soak 10. It ends up. All you do is collect shrapnel. You can put in your cookie jar.
Good thing I put that mage armor. That too made a difference, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and a good thing you didn't take one more step as well.
I think we are all effectively prone now, though.
All right. The vehicle then continues to keep driving away. That doesn't mean that you can't, continue to target it. You certainly can, but it looks like it has, is trying to make its exit stage left.
Since it hasn't, it's been effectively biding its time. I think Mage Geeker is going to fall on its orders to protect Godfather.
Brilliant. If you all want to adjust your initiatives now, then we can. If you want to do it like that.
So because of that round was, I had 14. I spent 10 for the interrupt action for the full defense. So then I'd go down to 4, but because it's a new round, I'd take 10 again. So I'm negative.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'll just put it as 0, I guess.
Yeah, put it as 0, but you'll have to remember that you've got a penalty for next round.
Yeah, I'll calculate the penalty now.
All right. So if that's everyone, yeah, Mage Geeker can act.
Yeah, it's going to fight the guy who just dropped the grenade.
Brilliant.
And complex automatic fire.
You when you later review the drone feed and see what the drone saw during the killing strike, you'd estimate that the soldier who threw the grenade is about 13 or 14.
It's a drone.
I know the drone doesn't care, but just if you're going to put it on the internet, I just thought you'd want to know that.
Yeah.
Godfather wasn't talking about the drone. He was talking about himself. It's a drone.
Basically.
Talking about the Khmer Rouge soldier. They're just drones.
Oh my god.
Not wrong.
Okay.
If they're driving off, maybe we should hurry up and unload and get in this bulldog in GTF.
My plane.
In just a second.
He gets the +3 for moving vehicle, but a -9 for full auto.
All right, thank you. He's not going to have any chance then to dodge. It's only got 6 dice. All right, so 2 net successes.
It's 10 damage.
10 damage. It's got some pretty shit-ass armor, but it's armor nonetheless. And it saves his life, but he's so severely injured that he just collapses into the back of the truck and tries to keep his head down.
Threat neutralized.
Andre, you leap into the back of the vehicle at last.
I'm gonna climb into the turret.
They begin saying, "Ate, ate, ate." They're pleading for mercy in their own language.
Oh, just wait. There's people still alive in there?
Kind of.
Hold on.
Like internal injuries, on fire, explosion,
Oh,
kind
I
of.
was so close.
You failed.
So, yeah. I guess I'll have to wait till next round, but yeah.
Hey,
You
Matt.
gonna do some harvesting?
Oh God, yes. I failed my
Alright.
composure test by 2.
Hey, Arctic, just out of curiosity, that fire icon that you're using,
Yeah.
what's that supposed to be?
No idea. It's just my generic fire one. It always
you-
comes out upside down, and there's a skull on top of it.
Well, that's what I was looking at, because there's the skull, like, breathing the fire. I was just wondering what that's from.
I
Yeah.
didn't even notice that until you.
I thought the skull was just like a decal on the car.
No, it's on the actual fire, because if you look at the
Yes,
other
there's-
fire
I've
icon,
noticed
it's
the
on
other
it
one.
as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder
can
about it
see it.
sometimes too, but I just don't.
It's obviously some kind of, fire breathing thing from something.
What's stranger to me is that it always comes out upside down. Like I don't understand why they'd make an icon where the fire burns upside down.
I think it's shooting it like down.
Yeah.
Like you're looking down on it and it's shooting sort of like that.
But
So, anyway.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess that explains it. Yeah, all right.
Like a trap token or something.
Yeah. Like it hits the ground and then bursts back up again and reflects back up. Yeah. Okay, so that's Andre. Mako.
Get out and start moving around the back of the truck. Or the plane, I mean, towards.
Cool. You're going underneath one of the wings. You have to dodge the propellers, which are still, spinning but slowing down.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Ricochet. Half the party is injured. What are you gonna do?
So this vehicle here is driving away, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Like they're currently off road. They're driving through some rice paddies to get away.
Oh, I found your icon, Andre. It's way over to the left for some reason.
There it is.
Yeah. Do we want to let them get away?
Dead men tell no tales. But
The answer is
That's-
always no.
that's Reese speaking, not Omen.
Omen says, "Fuck their skulls."
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's pushing it. Yep. All right. This one only has the standard recoil compensation because it's not on a tripod, which will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've used 3 of that, so I got 4 recoil comp left. All right, so I am gonna do probably a full auto burst. Who's left alive in that truck?
The grenadier is severely injured and trying to hide. I can't remember if there's 2 other people left or just one. We'll just say that there's only one because
shooting the driver.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
they're on fire, aren't they?
they are on
Yeah.
fire.
They're going to like 5 fire damage because they're not putting themselves out, aren't they?
That's correct.
The one that's on fire.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna pull them out of their misery then, mercy killing.
Yeah, they've taken 7 points of damage so far from the fire alone.
Yeah, that's a horrible way to die.
They deserve it.
Alright. I don't think there's any other modifiers. So full auto burst is 10 rounds. Which would be -6. No, fuck that. I'm going to do a short burst.
All right.
Or is there one in between? Is there one in between, Neo? I feel like there's one in between, like a long burst.
Short and full.
Check the modifiers table.
Okay, yeah, there's one that uses 6 rounds. So that's the one that I'm going to do, long burst. It's a simple action, so I will aim before that as well.
Hawkeye.
Oh, I forgot the laser sight. Whoops. Oh no, it only modifies accuracy anyway. All good. So that's he needs to roll reaction plus intuition -5 +3 for the vehicle. So reaction plus intuition -2.
Right, and he's on fire, so he's got more penalties.
He's wound penalties. Yeah.
This isn't looking good for our protagonist. All right, Stalin weeps because he got 0 success.
Ooh, it's gonna hurt.
Okay, so he is taking 14 physical damage with an AP of -2.
Oh.
The vehicle begins to roll and burns and explodes. Fenway, you are the only summoner left. No, wait. Your rival still breathes. Perhaps in the chaos you can finish him off.
Fireball on the floor.
Fireball.
I have no initiative.
Too pretty to hit. Bitch.
Oh, good point.
It's
All right, I think it's a
AoE,
new round
to
anyway.
to whom it concerns.
Slay omen. One less omen.
Are we still in the initiative?
I think we are, but I think that's the end of the round, right? Because Fenway's got no turns, they got no turns.
That's
you've
correct.
got
Mage Geek
no
has
turns.
7.
At this point, I'm pretty sure that you're able to reach the vehicle because, actually, there is one more problem. There is one more problem because Andre is doing the bitter harvest, but he's doing it in a bunch of vehicles that use old gasoline tank engines. And there's a lot of fire over here. So
Yeah, that's about to explode.
yeah.
My concern is it's going to get the plane as well.
Potentially,
So
yeah,
we
but the
probably
plane's
get
got
out.
a nuclear engine. The plane doesn't have a
I
fuel.
mean, the plane just got hit from
Gasoline.
the grenade too.
Yeah, that's fucking gone.
That was a frag grenade, though.
Yeah, the plane. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt it too much.
And
But
the
it certainly
plane's
wouldn't
magically
damage the
like
engine.
armored up as well, isn't it?
And it's magically armored up. Yeah. But most importantly to this particular scenario is that it doesn't use liquid fuel, whereas these ones do. And Andre is making the bitter harvest when
Well-
logic tells any of you that this could blow anytime. And
Andre has berserk quality,
yeah,
so
yeah, I don't blame you. I'm just
if-
explaining
if
to the
they're
party what's
alive.
happening. Yeah,
Look, Andre knew what he was getting into.
sure.
If he dies, he'll die laughing.
Cool. So as Andre starts murdering wantonly, cackling madly with laughter, and you see the flames reflecting off his tiny stature, does everyone else make for the van?
Let me make a
Is
composure
anyone
check.
injured
Easy.
other than Andre?
I am.
Yeah,
Oh.
Omen.
bad.
What did you get hit by a grenade?
Grenade, yeah. I
All
have
right.
five boxes of physical.
All right, sweet. Well, I'm gonna throw the machine gun into the back of the van,
Cool.
open the sliding door and the driver's door, for Godfather to jump in, and I'll
Nang
start helping
falls
people.
out.
Fuck, what's composure? Fuck me.
Yeah, I'll pull the guys out. They're definitely
Charisma
dead.
plus willpower.
Yeah, they're dead.
Okay.
They got machine guns. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So then I'll start helping people to the car, helping them with gear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
Godfather
never leave someone
appreciates that,
behind.
'cause-
Betray my comrades. Yeah, I can't just let him like do this risky. So
Come on,
can I
hustle,
try to get
hustle,
his
hustle.
attention by like shouting and tell him to get away from the vehicle?
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to help. Like,
Yeah, but I
it's
mean-
like a mother yelling at a disobedient child.
Yeah, but a dog
Omen,
magician
surely
is
you can do
stubbornly
something about
loyal.
this.
You can never leave someone behind.
It's fine, but
I have
just
the
yelling
time.
at him isn't going to help. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, yeah,
Can I?
It'll just
I'm
be
gonna.
the
like you might
difference
as well
between
leave
that.
him behind if you're just
Yeah,
going to yell at him.
Can I run up and try to like pull him away then? Or I just try to like break his concentration.
Potentially, yeah.
You might want to do a wisdom check on that.
I just passed my composure. I'm pretty sure it's 4 successes for composure on the poor self control. So I'm pretty sure I passed there. Just. So I'm gonna not run in as well.
All
I'm
right.
gonna. Yeah, the people in this van, my van that I'm mob controlling, still alive.
Maybe a little bit, and if they are, they're focusing all of their efforts on killing. Or yeah, it's chaos.
Okay, I won't use them then. Fuck it. I'll ignore them. They can just die in there. How much stun? I don't know how much stun. Yeah, in the moment, I'll try and oh, do I feel a connection to my air spirit still?
The massive one, yeah, it's still wantonly murdering.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to get out of here quick once I do it. Yeah, I'll drop him. I guess we should probably do an initiative, shouldn't we, if we're gonna do this?
Well, I don't think we will worry about initiative. We don't have time left in any case.
Ah, okay.
So just tell me what you're going to do, and we'll see if it works.
Okay, I was gonna drop him and quickly summon a spirit of water.
Yeah.
I don't need something massive. I'll just do a chummer.
Force 9.
Nothing massive.
Well,
So why
Not-
didn't
not
I
enough.
do
this
that?
guy, it's not.
No, fucking 9's easy. Where is it? Skills. There it is. Summoning. 11 base. We do force 5. Sure. Yeah, force 5. Actually, no, force 4 because it'll be end up of 5. So yeah, it'll be force 5 in the end. So only 3 successes on that.
And it gets 2 successes to resist, so you got one thing.
Cool. That's all I need. As it appears, I'll slide him common fucking 20 20 reagents, and I'll slide him, and I'll just go. Would you mind putting out that fire on those jeeps over there? Completely drench it if you can.
Can I just point something out to you quickly?
No,
Yes,
no, you
can.
cannot. No, you cannot.
Oh, no, you
don't
cannot.
have time.
Right. Yep, all good.
Okay, can you do it in 30 seconds?
I think Arctic's thinking the same thing I'm thinking.
Hang on, I'm looking for spells. Where the actual powers.
You have 30 seconds.
So where is it? Water. There's no air, beast, fire, water. There it is. Attention, range, perception. Fuck. Yeah. I don't know what happens when you add. Yeah. I mean, I've already given the order. I tell them to put out the fire.
Sure did. So roll to do attempt to do that.
What do I roll?
Doesn't it have like some sort of like? Is it work on force or something? Like, or does it just say that it automatically puts out every fire in existence? Surely there's a dice roll.
Weapons.
I think he was just using the fact that it's a water spirit to, you know.
Oh, right,
shoot
right.
water at it. Maybe
Okay,
like a
what's
exotic
its,
ranged weapon.
Yeah, that
I
works.
guess,
Exotic range
'cause
weapon.
it's shooting
yeah.
range, shooting water.
That
or
works.
it's an
Yeah,
element.
it'll
that would be
probably
its
have
elemental
like
attack.
a projection power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Energy aura?
It's got elemental attack.
So I think that's
Look, it doesn't matter at this point. But what you do by placing water on an oil fire is you spread it by its force. If it's a force 5, we'll say that it spreads by 5 meters. And
Yeah.
the fire it gets intensity, like doubles basically in intensity.
Yeah, water is the worst thing to put on a gasoline fire.
You
Yeah.
guys
Water
are now
also have a
caught in an
severe
absolute.
fire allergy.
It's an absolute inferno. Okay, so this is how this session is going to end. I hope that you motherfuckers have some edge left. Do you? You two
not
here
at this
over
point.
here. Just Fenway and Andre. Do you have edge left?
Andre doesn't.
Yeah, I had to
Because
spend it to
I'm all
avoid
out.
getting hit by the
Because
car.
you can both roll whatever edge you've got left, and if you get a success, you're okay.
No, I don't have
I
any edge.
have
How
0
do
edge.
you get edge back anyway? Do you get it back at the start of each
Over
session?
Resting.
time. Yeah.
Okay, I had 1 left and I used it, so I have 0.
So you have 0, then it explodes, and you take 24 damage, the pair of you.
Oh, it's an explosion. I can't dodge it, can I?
I
It's
think so.
okay. Andre was pretty fucked
Burn
up anyway.
edge,
He's gonna...
but
Are there
You
any
can burn
grenades
edge.
in there that go off too? Can we make
Yeah,
this like an
fucking
epic
hell,
explosion?
There's ammunition. There's 3 engines. There's grenades. There's ammunition. Yeah, there's like rice, wine, whiskey. It's on.
So yeah,
You can
Andre was
burn
pretty
edge.
fucked up before that too.
Boom.
Fuck, I'm the only samurai now, aren't I?
Yeah, the problem with Omen is that gasoline floats, it just spreads over the water.
Yeah, I didn't really.
It was a good idea.
It
Let's hope that this saves Omen's real life. One day he's going to come across like a fucking there's going to be a burning pot of oil on the stove, and it's going to be fucking 4 foot high fires. And he's going, I'll get my bottle of water, pour it over it. Yeah, no, don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
Stop jumping on the couch.
Smother it, or you use foam.
Yeah.
So new characters?
Looks like it, gentlemen.
Well,
Next week, it's
Awesome.
you can burn an edge to save.
You can burn an edge to save your life.
Yeah, I'll burn an edge.
Thinking about
you
this
basically
character,
permanently sacrifice a point.
I mean,
he
it's
has
better than dying, I
poor
guess.
self-control, combat monster.
Yeah.
He has combat junkie, and he has mentor spirit berserker.
Yeah.
So you're saying even if he survives this, he's still jumping right back.
Rolls around in the oil.
I'm just saying.
My suggestion to Omen was going to be like maybe control thoughts him to get him to get out of there.
See, but I didn't think I could see him if he's inside the vehicle with flames everywhere. Like I need line of
Also,
sight.
gnomes have they get +4 dice.
Arcane Arrestor, yeah.
So
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to go. To apologise. I've got another session coming up. But because I dropped out for an hour, if you guys want to start an hour earlier next week and do a 5-hour session, I'm totally fine with that. I can't go over time, but I'm happy to start earlier if you want to.
Does anybody else have problems with that?
I don't have
No,
no.
that
I'm
sounds fine to
fine
me.
with that if everyone else is.
Cool.
That makes me ecstatic.
I'm
Um,
glad, guys. I really try to hope people. I really want you to be satisfied and
Fenway,
It's always great.
Is there
7
anything I should know?
karma, 7 karma, 5 karma for getting the mission done, 1 extra karma for pizzazz, and a final point of karma for the role playing of going into a burning vehicle to harvest skulls and going after him because he's your friend. All right, guys. 7 karma. See you all next week.
What should I do about the new character?
Discuss it if you want in the
Discord.
chat, but that's right. But apart from that, it's just making a new character. No free karma or anything like
All right.
Hey, so Fenway, do you want to try and survive that?
I mean, I'd like to. I'm really enjoying the character.
Yeah.
I mean, it's burning one fate is one edge, isn't it?
I mean, you have no edge left, do you,
No.
to spend? So I mean, you can roll your armor test, but
Wait,
I
how
don't
much
think
damage
you
was
can
it?
even get enough.
20,
24.
yeah.
So you've got what, 11 armor, pretty low body of like what, 2?
3. It's a little
3.
higher.
Even if you rolled, so that's 14 dice. Even if you roll 14 success, still taking 10 physical damage, I think enough to pretty much kill you. The only
Could
option you have,
survive.
I can take 13 before
Yeah.
I'm on the D, like in the tracker.
like I said, if he
If he
rolls a
rolls
success
every-
on
yeah.
every
Yeah.
dice,
Everything.
Just
yeah.
go ahead and roll it and see if God favors you.
What's gonna?
yeah, exactly. And then
Ooh,
after
no.
that, you can burn edge. So you 14 points of damage.
Good soak
That's
off
actually-
14 dice.
Mm.
That is a good soak, very good soak. So you've taken 17 points of damage, which is going to be enough to kill you. So what you can do is burn your point of edge, which means you lose that edge permanently. You can purchase it back with karma, but it's for now gone. And you will escape basically.
So just take enough damage to be like on nearly dead then, or do I just what happens with damage?
Basically, it's just the DM fiat, like, you know,
Yeah,
you
basically
kind of
you'll
ignore
still
the
take
damage and
hit.
everything.
Yeah, you'll take damage. You'll be severely wounded and burnt, but you'll survive, and then we'll have to heal and recover.
Dog spirit ain't gonna let a brother die like that.
Totally gonna see if I can take a negative qual just for free of what was it called?
Team killer.
Is that one?
We'll make it.
We'll make it. I was gonna do.
If I took
what
like
is it,
5
the
less damage, I would have
flashbacks?
survived. If I had 5 more successes, I would have survived.
PTSD. Composure. Yeah, I'll take flashbacks.
Yeah, because you should have I think 9 physical boxes. I think. Or
1,
10.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I have 10,
10.
and then the 3
And then-
grey ones.
And your overflow should be
5. Because technically there's 5, and then the 5th one is death.
I only have 4
me.
overflow ones.
Because you're one less body. That's right.
Yep.
Sorry.
It's your body and extra or overflow boxes typically.
Fucking Arctic dropping that grenade at our feet and then literally having that moment of DM decision. Is it a high explosive or a frag grenade?
Would have worked out pretty well with the extra reduction in damage from high explosive, but neither are great. Right?
Yeah. But the armor
It was-
penetration would have been the main difference.
Exactly.
it
Yeah,
was
that would
that
have made up for
18
the
save.
reduction damage.
It would have fucked up my drone is the big problem.
Oh
If it
yeah,
hadn't been a
yeah,
high explosive.
yeah. It would have.
Yeah, I'd like to reiterate, I had no knowledge of that. I wasn't trying to kill me.
No,
No,
I
it-
knew you weren't.
No, at the
That's
time
why
I was like,
oh, Arctic.
I probably would
It
have
probably
tried the
fits the
water spirit
character
and thought
really
about
well
it.
too.
No, no.
Yeah, we're
it's
all
fine.
like, holy
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
you are ruthless, Omen.
That
And he's just like,
well-
yeah, I meant to do that.
Yeah,
Or,
there
yeah,
was
I
still
mean,
there was
Easy
there
clap.
was there were still guys in those cars. The fuckers. Oh, we had friendlies over there. What? I didn't see that. Why were they in there? Fuck. Well, that's
Yeah,
good to
with-
know.
With Shadowrun, it's for like putting out a fire. It's probably best to use a fire elemental to control it and kind of
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
reduce
I
it.
was
Or in that case,
Yes.
maybe an air elemental, like to suck the
Suck
oxygen
the
out of
air.
it.
Well, I wasn't even gonna say Earth, just to completely just cover the fire entirely.
apparently, literally anything is better for putting out a fire than a
Than
water,
water.
spirit.
And
Just
oil.
We better
an
call up a
oil-based
spirit
fire.
of man and ask him to stamp it
Because
out.
If it's a gasoline fire, yes.
Because, using
There you go,
game
Tiff.
logic, you might, oh yeah, would it be good? It's fine.
I
just
would
put
like
it
to
all
take
out.
this opportunity, Omen, just out of game, to point out to you,
Mm.
just in case, electrical fires also do not like water.
No, I know that one because it just
Yep.
spreads
I remember
electricity
Yeah.
the
everywhere.
school I used to go to had an
Yeah.
electric fence, so someone thought it was smart to like spray that with a water hose.
Yeah. But generally, any
Oh, no.
oil.
How else
kitchen-
would you clean it?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's because I was still
Uh,
using game logic, not real logic on
Yeah.
a fire.
It's
because
alright.
it's
Too much
Shadowrun.
D&D will do that to you.
He was going out. He was meant. I actually built him thinking of the XYZ. A lot of sneaking, a lot of close-ups, dabbing.
Mm.
They
This
would have
long-range
probably
combat
gotten
shit.
there.
At least you can fix that whole the agility dodge thing you said
Yeah.
you were
Fuck
talking
you.
about.
Fuck you.
So just to point out though, guys, burning
Oh.
this
So did-
edge just means that he's sitting in physical overflow. We still need to stabilize him and pull him out and make sure he actually recovers.
So did
So-
I basically sacrifice my character for you? He was killing your character off anyway.
What's that?
So you were like replacing your character, didn't you? Like mishearing?
No, I mean I was just playing my character. I thought,
Mm.
like, I'm not upset because I thought there was probably a. That's kind of why I was wondering about the initiatives. I was just gonna say that I'm pretty sure he can probably kill a person per initiative path, and then I was gonna argue that it would be a difference between how many people were still alive versus when the things actually exploded. So,
Yeah, I mean, you could probably
I thought there was a-
multi-attack and kill two around easily anyway.
well, either way, I mean, like, and then it was going to be whether or not I was greedy enough to try to grab a bunch of grenades. And honestly, I am. So, in all honesty, it would
So
have been.
I've got to go now, but I suppose at some point I've got to actually finish up making a new character in case I die anyway.
Yeah,
Might not be
yeah, give
bad to
us-
have something on standby if
give
that's
us
the
a
thought.
concept and we'll help you out.
So,
I should be able to stabilize you though, probably.
I mean, I haven't used my heal on anyone yet as well.
Yeah, and before you do though, first aid.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got
First
a
aid
good,
first.
a decent first aid pool.
See the normal one, the fourth one.
I got a.
Well, anyway, I've got
med
to go
kit
now to
that
talk to you guys later.
auto-stabilizes and first aids
Oh,
with 12 dice.
nice.
Oh yeah, say goodbye to the internet people.
Oh,
Farewell,
goodbye,
they've been
internet.
listening
Goodbye,
this whole
internet.
time.